over double. So that is just fantastic. So I'll tell you what we're gonna do. Hopefully they remember my login and password. Oh, please tell me y'all remember my username and password, because I don't, bro. Oh, thank God. Let's fucking go. All right. So here's what we need to do. We need to play a warm-up game. We're going to play a warm-up game of 5-minute chess. Okay?
That's a great congratulations.
I'm so fucked. Oh, I'm so fucked. It's outrageous. All right, we'll be okay. We like to have fun here. My voice is completely shot, dude. But you know what? You know what? It's all in the spirit of fun. You know? It's all in the spirit of fun. So we'll probably be fine. And if not, well, unlucky rubber ducky. Bop 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 bop. Bop 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 bop. Bop 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 bop. I don't know, any of y'all think I'm gonna win this first game? I don't. But mama ain't raised no quitter. We are ranked 275. You know what? We'll probably be fine. We'll probably be good. You know, right now I just need to focus on keeping my fluids up. You know? And maybe we'll be okay. Who knows? Let's just get it underway, boys. Let's get this. Do I remember how to play the hippo? The problem is I've been messing around with too many new strats. But the hippo, it's in my fucking blood at this point. What are you gonna do? You gonna go for that? You gonna go for my fucking rook? You fucking bitch? No, fuck you. Now what you gonna do, boy? Yeah, now you don't know what the fuck to do. What the fuck is this Looney Tunes looking fucking play? Are you gonna try to take my bishop? Fuck you. You go there, you trying to what? You trying to fucking kill my shit? You trying to checkmate me, pussy boy? You think I'm stupid? You better back the fuck up. You better back the fuck up. I will fucking eat you alive. Yeah, now what, you fucking coward? Back the fuck up. Yeah, I have a gun. Yeah, you're damn right. Fucking pussy. Try it again. The fuck are you doing, dipshit? Thanks for the horse, you fucking moron.
That's a great, congratulations.
Wait a minute, what are you doing? What now, bitch? Oh, shit! Wait, is that checkmate? Wait, am I about to get mated? Wait, no! Wait, no! Wait, wasn't that mate? Am I dumb? Was that not mate? Okay, well, you know what? You know what? It's probably fine. Right? It's probably good. We're all good. Well, here we are. You know, I'm not gonna lie, boys. It's not looking good for us. It's not looking good. It's in fact looking quite bad. It's looking pretty bad, boy. I ain't gonna lie here. Yeah, it's looking pretty bad. Well,
Tech suck chess.
if I go here and it goes there, I can pincer him. No, that doesn't work. Sucks. This really blows. We're gonna free up my queen, and now she's free to go over to C8, which is what I've always wanted. So now I have a straight shot here. I can also move my little horsey. I can move my battalion I'll put my queen here. I can fucking castle, bro. Peep this shit, boy. Oh, now you don't know what the fuck to think. Take it. Take it, dumbass. Take it. Take it. Take it. Yeah, now my king is protected as fuck, you fat nerd. Yeah, it don't feel good, does it? Being one-on-one with a real man. Hold up, I can kill your ass. No, I can't. But I thought about it. But I thought about it. All right. All right, you're lucky I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing right now. Hold up.
One stream, that's just dumb. I think. I feel like that's just silly. Is it not a little bit silly? A little bit silly, I think. A little bit dumb and silly. So we're gonna keep going. I'm wearing my turtle shirt today, Chad. Look, there's this tiny turtle guy. I bought it in Brighton when I was with everyone. I went to it was really funny. I don't think a lot of people talked about how Brian was. I don't think a lot of people talked about it. Because obviously we have the vlog, but of course we also did things off stream. So I'll give you a little bit behind the scenes. There was a section on the final day, or ish final day, Puppet Theater. Thank you so much for the gifted subs, you absolute legend. 20 gifted. 90 in total already. With the hype train going on. Hey, if you want to subscribe or Twitch Prime or anything like that, it goes to charity. So if you want to, at some point, now would be the moment where your money goes to cancer research and cancer research centers and all that kind of stuff. Because still, fuck cancer. But pretty much, there was this alleyway when I was with Nikki, Wilbert, Tommy, Tobo, Rambo, and one other guy from Wilbur's band. And I think that's the group. I don't think I'm forgetting anyone. I think that was the group. We were in like a tiny alleyway. And because we were with such a big group, Jack wasn't there. Because we were with Ash, thank you, Ash. But because we were with such a big group, every time one person came up to take pictures, they would always want to take pictures individually, right? Fully understandable. They want pictures, you know, one with Fundy, one with Tommy, one with Tobo, one with, like, etc. Not the entire group. And then by the time one person was gone, two more had come in. So it would progressively get more and more and more people. And because of that, we eventually went to, like, the tiny little stores and stuff. We went into, like,
How I accidentally became the biggest chess streamer of all time. Me! How is that possible?
Oh.
¿Pero qué tengo que meter? ¡Ah! Uy. Ahí me tengo que meter el micrófono.
Oh, please don't hurt me. Oh my god.
Oh my god, let's get a photo. We got a photo booth right here. And I'm like, I don't really like taking photos.
I saw you, big man.
Ay.
No! 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 No, dude, no!
I am not a chess streamer. I don't know what I'm doing. I was just trying to draw a line, but accidentally dragged that.
Am I dead? Oh my god!
We can kill him. We can kill him. No! What? Wait, what? I want a refund.
Ah, can I stop my wipes off?
And as much cash as you can carry, you can keep. I don't care if you put it in your pockets, in your hoodie, in your pants, in your shoes.
You know, I still need to whip out my camera and put on a smile to get my picture taken. PogChamps competitor here.
Oh my god, this is it's supposed to be so good.
Hey guys, welcome to Thanks for the host.
Yeah,
moving the pawn out 2 squares. Hey yo, this move here is too rare. He got the 2 pawns out there as friends. Yeah, night came around, yo, we ready to end. Oh my god, the queen making moves already. Yeah, pull the queen out, yo, this dude is heavy. Yeah, and y'all know knights move at the angle. You stepping up to Mac, then you straight get it.
Welcome to PogChamps 4 presented by Coinbase. This is day 2 of this epic series of event, and I'm going to be hosting today's action with the one and only Andrea Botes. Andrea, how are you doing?
I'm so excited for today. I mean, I've been hyping up these participants for months. Today is going to be a great show. How are you feeling, Anna?
I'm so hyped to see that the players are already practicing. I've been watching Fundy's games earlier. Tectone was already also, of course, trying to get his A game on. And some of the participants are bringing their own charity initiatives too. But before we get into our charity, let's take a look at the 16 participants of the 4th edition of PogChamps. Andrea, any favorites in your opinion that could take away this 4th edition and take home the trophy?
See, that's a tricky question because I've coached so many of these participants, I can't pick one. Sapnap, I trained with for months. Cutie, I played her dressed as my sister the other day. Minx, we both did lessons with. Ludwig obviously has been training since the very first PogChamps, and I think he's getting very, very close. I couldn't even predict a favorite. How about you, Anna?
I feel the same way. It's going to be a very exciting event because there are so many players that have been working really hard on their chess this last month or couple of months. For instance, in the case of Ludwig, he's here back at PogChamps for the 3rd time, and he's saying 3rd time charm. He might win it with this 3rd time charm and the help of Grandmaster Robert Hess, of course.
But okay, we're about to see a really critical moment right here. If the pawn pushes from Croquis.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at the delayed board. Yeah, here he has to play his king to f6.
Yep, and he did it.
He's got... Oh no, here he might make a mistake. If he doesn't move his king up and he moves his king backwards, he's gonna let the white king escape.
Yeah, you have to keep the king shouldered.
He didn't shoulder the king here.
Oh my god, he didn't. And he let the pass pawn
run. Just make the box smaller, man. Just make the box
now he's
smaller.
Finally got him accidentally on the edge, and he's gonna deliver checkmate.
There we go.
Oh my god.
He did it. Well, Sapnap is up on time here, so he does have... Oh, I mean, it was too hard of a move to see. I do not blame him. But if Harry Max sees it, we got a Botes Gambit, Danny. Andrea's been teaching him. I don't know what to say.
Ooh, yeah.
Does he see it?
Could be a problem.
Uh-oh.
Does he see
Don't know if he sees it. No!
We're Botes Gambiting all over the A5 square.
Oh no, even taking the knight is better because then at least he gets a free piece.
Is he gonna do it?
Sapnap also just had a reaction. Sapnap just saw he's shaking his head.
Oh, he shook his head. He knows he got super lucky. Oh my gosh.
So happy.
Can I freestyle for Chess.com? Yeah, we on Chess.com. H-Mac improvising a song. Yeah, and you know that I'm blessed. Yo, I just got whooped at chess. All good, man, I'm about to learn the game. H-Mac coming off the top with the flames. We gonna make it happen when I'm on the scene. I'm the most powerful rook, just like Queen. Yeah, H-Mac, I be making moves. Every time I'm on it, man, I'm certain to improve. Yeah, you know that I'm winning in the battle.
That amazing freestyle was one of the highlights of yesterday's show and the Miss Botes Gambit. But what was not missed is Michelle Carré hitting 1,000 rating points. That was her goal. 8 months of hard work Michelle has put into her journey, not just to participate in PogChamps 3, but to go above and beyond, trying to hit that magical rating barrier, 1,000 rating points. And yesterday, she finally reached it. So much work and dedication. And that means that we will soon get to see her video about her journey in PogChamps and training even further to get the 1,000.
I'm so happy.
Huge thanks to our sponsors, as usual, Coinbase and Eternal. But apart from the sponsors, I also want to definitely give a shout out to our charity partner, Rise Above the Disorder. We are happy to be supporting Rise Above the Disorder in their cause to remove the two greatest barriers to mental health care, access and affordability. Started by a World of Warcraft guild leader in 2013, Rise Above the Disorder has helped tens of thousands of people all over the world to receive mental health free of charge mental health care. If you want to support this very important initiative, please do go to go.chess.com/red and make your donation. Chess.com will be matching every single donation up to $100,000. And apart from the charity initiative, Andrea, we have 3 matches coming up next to today's big show. Basically, we are starting with Fundy versus Tectone, BoxBox versus JustaMinx, and finishing perhaps on an even higher note, Ludwig versus MrBeast, a rematch between these two gentlemen. What do you think will happen in today's show?
I mean, we have a few underdogs, of course. We have MrBeast paired up against Ludwig, who's here playing for his 3rd time. He's been training so many days. We have BoxBox, who went very close to the finals. Also previously beat Ludwig playing JustaMinx. She's been learning chess for about 2 months, but she's working really hard. Fundy, he's been playing. He already played 2 chess tournaments, actually 3 counting Twitch rivals. So a lot of experienced players today. Do you think there's going to be any upsets today, Anna?
I'm hoping so. Even though JustaMinx, our mutual friend JustaMinx, has tweeted that she thinks she's going to go down, but she will go down by supporting her own charity initiative. She's saying that every loss, she will donate $100, and for every blunder she is donating $10. And if she wins by checkmate, she's donating $1,000. So there's a lot on the line when it comes to charity initiatives, and Minx has made her own game apart from the one that will be for the results. It's also for charity.
I hope she gets that checkmate.
I hope so too. Huge thanks, obviously, to our sponsor, Coinbase. PogChamps 4 is presented by Coinbase, and whether you're looking to make your first crypto purchase or if you are already an experienced trader, do check out Coinbase. This is this time the URL coinbase.com/chess if you want to go over and get a $5 Bitcoin account. Well, you own your account, $5 worth of Bitcoin for free. I love free stuff, Andrea. I don't know how you think about it, but if you register and you get that $5 in Bitcoin, to me, that sounds like a great deal.
Yeah, you hold it for a couple of years and it's going to triple. Don't, this is not financial advice, especially from a 19-year-old.
I love your financial advices. I remember one video where you were basically describing it as ducks on a rooftop, if I recall it correctly. But we also have, apart from our financial advice, the Coinbase Community Cup. If you think you've got what it takes to be a PogChamp yourself, you can participate in Coinbase Community Cup, which is taking place every single day of our PogChamps 4 competition. For awesome prizes, you just need to make sure to join by using the command !Coinbase Cup. And there's more information about the tournament in the chat. So do join the Community Cup. Oh, and we are back. I thought for a second I lost you, Andrea.
I also thought we were going into the ads.
I was so confused. I thought I lost you for a second, but we did not lose our participants. We do see both Fundy and Tectone already streaming, ready for the battle. Speaking of charities, Fundy himself has created a separate charity initiative. I believe he's donating every donation and subscription of his stream of today to cancer research as well, the charity by that he will be supporting on his own initiative. But remember that whichever community, whichever initiative you want to support, we have our own one here as well. every single charity is worth your support, and we hope that you will enjoy today's show, of course. On that note, shall we take a quick break, Andrea, and tune in with Tectone pre-match, a bit of pre-match hype by the streamer?
Let's do it.
Did I see who? You saw Toma? No, why? Where would I have seen Toma? Are you telling me that I can't beat random players in 200 MMR bullet 3-minute chess? And that means I can't beat somebody who's over 1,000 rating in all forms of chess? Interesting. Interesting. I beg to differ. I beg to differ. I think I'm going to be fine. Wait. Toma? Why are y'all fuckers talking about Toma? Is Toma going to be a 5-star? This is the most 4-star looking motherfucker I've ever seen in my life. Is he a dog? Is he a dog? Wait, hold on. What? Trending. Hold on. I saw trending. Trending a day off Twitch. What is this? Just a reminder, please do not stream or view streams on September 1st. Many creators can't sacrifice more than this. We need Twitch in their ad before... Yeah, but that's like 2.1's release date. Can we push it back a day? I didn't agree to that day. I didn't agree. That's 2.1. That's like, I've been looking forward to streaming this day for fucking 12 weeks.
Yo, did you see they are adding a pay-to-win glider and name card to the whale shop?
So I like to hear. I'll tell you what. I'll take off the second. All right? I'll take off the second. Unless that, wait, is there 30 months? Oh, that's the first. Yeah, but the first is like the day after 2.1. You know, and that's a pretty good day too. Oh, my schedule's kind of tight. Oh, my schedule. So what big streamers are doing that? Did they get like XQC? Is XQC taking a day off? Or what big names are taking the day off? No one? Not a single big streamer? Asmon wouldn't either? No one stopping streaming? Oh. I'm pretty sure I got a chess match on that day too, so I don't think I can just call it off. So. That's unlucky. It doesn't fit my schedule. We can reschedule. We'll talk. We'll talk and we'll fix that. Ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-ba, ba-ba-da-ba. Bum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum bum ba-da-ba-ba. Fundy. Oh wait, winning. Fundy's title is called Winning PogChamps 4. Wait, actually?
My head is full of caffeine. If I go left and right, you can hear like it slushing around, like a slush puppy.
I hope this dude isn't stressed out because I'm an idiot.
Shush.
Hold on, I got you. Have Fundy. Hey, I hope you're not nervous.
Yes,
because I'm an idiot.
I will.
Congrats on the dub.
This is it? Oh, I think this is it.
I can't type that message! What? What did I say? What? Oh my god! What did I even say that was wrong? What? Are you kidding me? Okay, Fundy. Yeah, go ahead, collect your W. Dude, nobody will expect the insta forfeit. What a twist. You know, what a twist. What a match, dude. Don't even move. I surrender. No, we'll see. You know, the hippo, it's pretty good. Every single match I've lost today is because of time. But now I'm going into a match where all I have is time. You know, judging by Fundy, here's my game plan. Judging by Fundy, he's probably going to think that I'm an absolute fucking buffoon. And to his point, he's right. But here's the thing. He's going to go for an aggressive play early. He'll probably Kings bandit.
What do you think? Will it be Tectone who upsets today's match, or the favorite of Group C, Fundy, will win the match easily? You can tell us more about your predictions on Discord. This is all the social media platforms where you can join us. But on Discord particularly, we have a PogChamps 4 group, and our sponsor Coinbase will be giving out diamond memberships during the tournament to members of the PogChamps channel. So if you don't want to miss out on this chance and the discussion over at Discord, make sure to use !contest in the chat and join for a chance of winning a diamond membership. Let's take a look at the format of the event, Andrea. This is one of those exciting match formats where we have the players playing 2 games, one with each color. The players are already split into groups. We have 16 amazing streamers, gamers, content creators split into 4 groups. Everyone plays everyone in the group stage. And this is 3 points for a win outright, 2 if it's a win in tiebreaks, and 1 if you tied originally, but then there is a blitz tiebreaker. So far, the matches didn't need a tiebreaker. Maybe today will be one of those days when we get to see a 3rd blitz tiebreaker. A 10 plus 5 second time control is the original time control. So the first 2 games are 10 minutes with a 5-second increment. And if we need a tiebreaker, that will be a 3-minute blitz game. The top 2 players advance to the championship bracket of each group, and the bottom 2 will go to the consolation bracket. Andrea, if we take a look at today's pairings, starting with the match between Fundy and Tectone, we have the highest rated player in Group C, Fundy, taking on the lowest rated player of the very same group. Does this mean this will be a very one-sided match, or do you think there will be upsets maybe in this very first game?
I mean, I was listening to Tectone's stream a little bit, and he was already trying to predict Fundy's play. I feel like Tectone, you know, he's very well prepared. He was making up chess openings that Fundy might be playing. So nothing could go wrong. Of course, I'm a little biased. I did do many chess lessons with Fundy, but I would love to see some tiebreakers today. What do you think, Anna? How do you think Tectone will do?
I think he has a real difficult opponent. I believe Fundy could be one of the favorites for the overall championship. He did manage to beat even Ludwig at the blog battles hosted by you two, obviously. The amazing Bota sisters. I was watching. I love the show. The blog battles finished just a week or so ago. But Andrea, you did mention the lessons with Fundy. Did you look at any particular openings? 1 e4 is already on the board.
Yeah, we studied the Ponziani a little bit, but let's see what Tectone's going to reply with. I have a feeling that Fundy's not going to be using that theory, and I'm right. But B6 is a very solid move, especially for beginners.
It's just like a new account.
Very solid move indeed. Let's listen with Fundy. What does he think?
Oh boy. Okay. Well, let's think about everything. So he's going to put his bishop there to attack this, which means I don't really care about it. I'm just going to take control of the center and then get my knights out, get my bishops out, get a nice pattern castle, right? I think that's quite all right. So this is now being attacked. If this, it gets double attacked. So might as well do this first. And then if this happens, we do that. So we attack or we defend, right?
That's a very sound setup, Andrea. You must be proud of your student.
Wow, I'm already blundering. This is really cool.
We did not study this.
Okay, how about we start paying attention?
Now we start paying attention. He had the right idea, but the wrong move order.
Yeah, I think he
That's
was a
epic.
little bit
Okay.
too
This
stressed
is being
out.
attacked.
He was really thinking
Back.
about his principles.
I don't really care if this gets hit because we'll just take with this and we still have control over the center.
Oh, and the
think it's
capture
still
indeed
okay. We'll just get
happened on
this out here.
F3.
Nice,
Tectone still
Tectone
hanging
sees-
rook.
I don't know why.
Indeed, let's see.
Oh, this is a tech now. Oh, okay.
He did spot it
Hmm.
and moved C6.
He's defending very well for his level.
So what's
Sees
the
first
play?
blunder.
Do we just go here and then castle? I think so.
That is a great idea. And
Go
even though
here.
Fundy lost that central pawn, he's up and ahead in development. And that's important to take the initiative and compensate for the material down. So I think his position is actually looking really good. Tectone still needs to develop all his pieces. Now that bishop finally made it to G7.
Ooh, interesting. So Tectone looks like he's maybe trying to bring his knight to E7 instead of to F6. But like what you said, Fundy is a lot better developed. He's already castled. They're taking out his knight and his bishops. So even though he's down that pawn, I think he's going to get the attack early on.
I agree with you. And Tectone has spent quite some time on the pawn pushes, which means that the minor pieces, as well as the king, is still on the original square. I wonder if Fundy is considering knight to E4 to try to exploit the weakness of the D6 square and the fact that the king, yes, he's playing it. He's going for it.
Oh, no!
Checkmate in two.
No, this is going to end too soon. Not
Do my
again.
shit, okay, we're hippoing.
We're
Calm down.
hippoing.
Okay,
He
we're about
did
to take
learn
you
the
go down a
hippo
couple
setup.
levels here, boy. Don't worry.
Uh-oh.
We're about to give you
Uh-oh.
a spanking.
Oh, no.
Go there, dead. Go there.
I don't think he
Well,
knows.
shit.
I don't think he's aware.
He just realized.
That
He
wouldn't be good.
just realized.
Oh, God,
I guess
it's
you can
over
check my
already.
king, I guess. Is that what you want? You want to check my king? Well, I guess so.
And the king has indeed been
But
checked.
why?
And more is coming.
But why would you check my king? What do you get from that?
Tectone see now the checkmate. I'm pretty sure Fundy sees it.
You don't really get anything.
Yeah, okay.
So, I mean, I guess you're there now, I guess.
Tectone will only just now realize.
Oh! Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, no, that's a good play. No, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good play. That's pretty good. Okay, all right, Fundy.
Well, that was a faster game than what we expected. It is true that Fundy is the heavy favorite here, but the checkmate in only 11 moves after dropping the central pawn, that was impressive.
For the record, we're making an improvement from PogChamps 1. We did have like a 6-move checkmate with Moist and XQC. So at least the participants slowly are getting longer games, step by step.
Very true, very true. But this will mean that now we are shortly heading to game 2. The players will have a bit of a breaker. It felt like the game itself was shorter than our breaks, but Tectone will now have the white pieces. And let's listen in with him while we take a quick break on if he has any plans. What will be his strategy for this second game to make a comeback?
Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So what we're doing is we're luring him into a false sense of security. Right? You see? You see? So like, let me explain what this is. Let me explain what this is. So, when Raditz kidnapped Gohan and killed his dad, right? I'm Gohan, right? So give me 2 more seasons. Give me 2 more seasons, and I'm gonna go into the hyperbolic time chamber. And I'll be like Super Saiyan 2 until the riots in Japan happen and they say, well, you put Goku's the best character. Shit. Fundy sent me a message. And he says, I was so confused. I'm sorry. Oh, Jesus Christ. Do me a favor. Next round, on the 5th move, blunder your queen so it's a fair fight. Oh, we got this. Oh, we got this. Watch this shit. We're gonna be good. Watch it. We're gonna be good. Oh, we can do this. Hey, I ain't no coward. I ain't no bitch. Hold on, we'll bring it back. We'll run it back. Hey, we'll run it back. We'll run it back. We'll be good. We'll be okay. First time in chat. Hi, hello. What a pleasure it is to have you. You know? Hell, consider it. Let's go. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Okay. Yo, we about to get clapped and Fundy won't even have a queen. Oh, come on, bro. Okay, so I'm stupid. Where is this? Oh. Netherlands. Is that where the Undertaker's from? Netherlands. Is it like parts unknown? Netherlands. Netherlands.
Welcome back to our PogChamps 4 coverage presented by Coinbase. That has been quite some off-game action on Discord. Tectone trying to convince Fundy to blunder his queen, and he also messaged Fundy saying, yo, bro, my mom is watching. You can't do me like that.
I would honestly love to see a Botez gambit, but I feel like Fundy is going to have no mercy.
I think so too. He's so focused. He so wants to do well in this event overall, not just in his group, but I feel like he really is motivated to try to win the championship bracket. But this will be an interesting rematch now. Tectone with the white pieces, possibly going for the same setup, the hippo, but this time hoping to make it to castle and not have his king checkmated on move 11.
Yeah, you know, maybe Fundy will have some fun. He could throw in a bomb cloud. Oh, and the game has started. All right, let's see if Tectone is going to try to be a little bit more cautious this game. But debating based on his negotiations, I don't think that's the plan.
He really wants that queen, but I don't think Fundy will eventually give up the queen. He said he will consider it.
Bomb cloud, maybe?
Do you think Fundy would play the bomb cloud? He's going for the classical development of the knight, and Tectone trying to set up that famous hippopotamus.
It's protected.
It is indeed very solid.
What
but
is he?
Somehow
Is this gonna happen?
Yes, Fundy, I think that's the answer. You're predicting it correctly. That's what Tectone wants to do.
What is happening? I don't fully get it. Look at his nice symmetry. Oh, he is gonna do this. Right, so if this happens here, that's being attacked, but not really.
For those of you who may not be that familiar with the hippo, don't worry, it's not one of the most common openings. It's a very rare opening, but it's one of these very solid setups. White is not being very aggressive.
With this, really. I kind of just want to take as much center as possible before he does any of this.
looks like very similar to the opening the first game with Fundy controlling the center.
Very true, but so far he hasn't dropped the pawn. Maybe he wishes because that gave him quite a few MP in the previous game.
This time it is protected.
Oh, Tectone once again delayed his castle, another move.
And he's going to do that, and this is also protected, I guess. If I were to do this. Hold on. He takes I-Tech. He takes I-Tech. He takes... Yeah, he's up. What's the plan?
Let's see what plan Fundy will come up with.
I want to get this knight in a better position.
Very nicely set up.
I want to get this knight in a better position so I can start pushing that.
I would also like to hear Tectone's side and see what his plan is.
Bam.
Let's tune in with his stream as well, indeed, and how confident he's about his hippopotamus.
Okay, yeah, you do your thing. What you don't realize is
your
I'm
thing,
impregnable. Okay?
I like how he's
impregnable.
still not castling
I'm like
early.
a virgin in an anime
Still
convention.
waiting with the king.
I like the choose as
Well, I guess I don't
very
really need to
chill
say virgin
stream.
in an anime convention. I guess those two things are the same.
Oh.
Move that up. I will clap your fucking cheeks, son. You don't want this. Okay? Boom. You don't want to do that. You blundered your pawn. I appreciate that. Should I be scared?
My number one advice
Should I
to
be
new
terrified?
players is
You can take my
always
horse.
to castle first. But he's not doing it.
Indeed, castle as soon
What am I
as you
doing?
can
What
before the
am I
king
just
gets
go
into
fucking nuts
trouble.
here? He trades with his pawn. Right? He trades with his pawn. Oh shit, are you gonna try to fucking take my queen, you psychopath? You wouldn't dare. You would not dare.
Let's see if Fundy takes the bishop or pawn. He chooses the
Well, I don't
bishop to
think that's
offer a
right.
trade. It is pretty right though, because now the light squares
if I take
around
that
the
bishop,
king
is
of
that good?
Tectone are weak.
Well, now your pawn's here, but
He's
what does that
lucky
really
there's
do
only
for
a
you?
dark
You know what I
squared
mean?
bishop.
Like, what does that really do? Woo!
There we go. A castle finally.
Should I have taken that? Well, no, then I lose my queen.
Good point, Tectone. It's better that you did not take it. Castling was the right choice. I'm just afraid that Fundy's knight will end up going to f3. It's knight e5, knight f3, and then maybe we'll see a checkmate on h2. For now, I believe that if knight e5 happens, trying to exploit the weakness of the light squares, bishop takes e5 would have been a good move. So Fundy goes for bishop to e5, making sure that the knight cannot be captured, but this allows a queen trade. Andrea, will we see what we are, I believe, seeing the trade of the queens? Luckily for Tectone, that makes the king feel safer if there's no queen on the board.
Exactly. Queen's off the board, much lower chances that he's going to get checkmated very early on. And I do like you predicted his knight plan right away, trying to get that outpost knight, which is going to be very annoying. I think Fundy is definitely a little bit more experienced in the endgame. And when you're the higher rated player, that's kind of the easiest way to go about it and just trade pieces and go straight into the endgame.
Very true, especially with such a beautiful location for the knight. So what we were highlighting earlier with the trade of the bishops, that the g2 bishop was controlling the light squares. Ooh, that now the bishop is no longer on the board, and f4 would be a great move if it could not be taken. En passant, does Tectone know the rules of en passant? Did he expect this?
Oh no, let's tune in if we could.
Well, fuck, dude. Well, shit.
I think he knew. He just didn't expect
I thought that
it.
shit was disabled in the tournament. That's a technicality.
Oh, never mind.
Oh,
That's a fucking technicality. How the fuck was I supposed to know that the forbidden move was allowed in this tournament?
This always happens. Every chess tournament.
I thought that wasn't allowed. Shit.
Oh, no.
Well, now look at me. I look like a fucking fool.
Next time we'll have to disable it, Anna.
I guess so. It's interesting how it keeps catching the players off guard, even if they know about the en passant rule. Obviously, this is a very specific capture at chess, and it seems that Tectone is aware of en passant, but thought that maybe it wasn't allowed during the event. The rules for the tournament in terms of chess are the exact same rules that everyone else plays with, including the World Chess Champion Magnus Carlsen, Hikaru Nakamura, and the rest of the top grandmasters. So our PogChamps participants are playing with the exact same rules.
Look, he's just waiting for the new patch of chess where you can disable certain rules, like no castling, no en passant. It's coming. He's just predicting the future.
Possibly Chess 2.0 is knocking on the door, Tectone writing his own rules. I like the suggestion. If there was one feature you can disable, would you not allow castling? Would you not allow an en passant capture? This is something to think about for the future of chess.
What else? Sadly, there's not much else we could disable because there's only so much fun in chess of different rules.
Indeed. Now Fundy with up this healthy extra pawn on f3 also plays a really strong move, rook to d2. The rook is doing a great job attacking now the entire second rank, the c2 pawn hanging, but also looking toward the king side in case there can be in the future an attack against the white king.
Yep, endgame principles always coming in, taking that second rank. He could even maybe come later with a knight g4, trying to attack here. It's a very comfortable position for black.
Indeed, it is very difficult now for Tectone to try to do something. I like his choice of offering a rook trade because the rook of black on d2 is extremely strong. You need to try to capture or at least exchange the best pieces of your opponent, and that's what he's doing.
Yeah, let's see how well. Of course, you know, if black takes here, white doesn't necessarily have to worry for much longer about these hanging pawns, but maybe he's going to double. Oh, he didn't double the rooks. Okay. So Tectone's playing up. He's defending quite well here. But
he is defending very well. But Fundy comes in with another strong move and ready to replace the rook that was traded for another rook. Rook d8 is a great move.
No matter where he goes, I'm going to win a pawn. He can't defend it. He can't go here either because the pawn is protecting that. He can go back there. That's the only one that's a bit annoying if he goes back here.
Fundy continues to be very focused during the game.
But then I can do this and get my pawn in.
Tectone, not so much, but...
It is a tough matchup for Tectone, and Fundy indeed is in the zone. He didn't even play that knight check before. That would have dropped his pawn.
No, I just have this, right?
He's got the right idea. He's just double checking if the rook is safe on d2.
So he can go here to defend that, but then I win this.
No defense.
Just remember, he can do checkmate. He can do that, and that's checkmate, right?
Good point. That he could
He's a
still
500 rated.
go for the
I
back
take
rank
opponents
checkmate
seriously.
threat.
All right, I take opponents seriously.
Yeah.
He really does. He's even looking out for his threats still.
He's looking out for every possible threat, and he pointed out the biggest threat that white could create if the black rook abandons the d file. White rook going to d1 would mean rook d8, a back rank checkmate threat. Fundy already sees it before his rook even left the d file.
I know, he's giving him no chances to even try to sneak a win there.
Very impressive play by Fundy. I think now he will capture the pawn on h2 or consider to delay it if he's worried about that back rank checkmate threat. But after rook d1, he still has time to prevent the checkmate.
Yeah, I have a feeling he'll probably just take the pawn, go for a g6, build an escape square. We could also listen into Tectone, see how he's holding up. If he's staying optimistic here, what his plan is.
Maki's tummy after he drank that rotten milk in episode 1. Oh my God, I would give you a piece of my mind. I would give you a piece of my mind, Fundy, I swear.
And the pawn is captured indeed. Tectone replaying what has just happened.
He's always in disbelief of the pawns being captured now.
Are you crazy? Well, what the fuck? Yo, fuck this.
No.
Take my horse.
Ooh, I was just going to say there's a bigger threat. That rook check on h1 is very strong, especially after the trade of knights, and the rook on c1
and
will
now
be
my rook
hanging.
is free to run rampant.
Oh, free to run, but will be captured after rook h1 check if Fundy
There's
spots
no way he
it.
would pawn to c6.
Oh. Andrew, shall we bring our analysis board back real quick? Because that was a mischance by Fundy. He's still, of course, doing extremely well, but he could have been up a rook. He could have been up a rook if he had spotted the check on h1. The king has to move up to the second rank, and then black is able to capture that free rook on c1. So he did see, Fundy did see that the pawn was hanging. He defended against it, but he didn't see that he had something even better.
I think Tectone saw a move later, which he was lucky because both players missed it. He's still hanging in there. I like this. He's trying to be tricky, but Fundy did already spot this back rank earlier in the game, so I don't think he's going to fall for it now.
Yeah, it seems that maybe Tectone suspected it after d5. Now with the rook on a2, there is no longer a back rank check winning the rook. d5 is so tricky indeed because of the back rank checkmate that Fundy predicted that could be a threat for white. So the pawn cannot be taken on d5 because then rook c8 is checkmate. And if it cannot be taken, it means that white will manage to push it all the way to d6 or take on c6.
Chad is saying that he saw rook h1 but didn't like it. But looks like he's going back for it. Oh.
And now he wants to set it up, but it might be late. It might be late. Oh, it's not late actually, because Tectone goes for d6. That is a strong pass pawn, but the rook is still stronger than a pass pawn, and Fundy has time to capture the rook and then control the pass pawn.
So we could maybe look at that line. For how could black win the rook and stop the white pawn, Anna?
Let's take a look at it indeed, Andrea. Rook h1 check.
Well, we have it played on the board, maybe.
Rook h1 check is the way to win the rook. Fundy spotted it now. Third time charm. Takes the rook, and he's just in time to catch the pawn after pawn to d7. White is about to promote, but the rook can come to d1 and stop it.
We didn't even have to show the chat. Fundy played perfectly here.
Let's tune in with him and see what he thinks now that the pawn is no longer a danger.
Chat started emote only mode because they were talking about the game. Chat on fire. Arson. I think I'm happy with this. Right? I'm literally up 8 pieces. You can win. Okay, knight.
The promotes to a knight.
You'll win this.
It's like a reverse back range.
Wow, so now you're an animal abuser, huh? Wow, so now you're an animal abuser. Wow, big man, Fundy. Yeah, your true colors show today. You know what? I'm gonna make your ass stalemate me. Hey, they ain't gonna know what to do.
I like his spirit. He has the fighting spirit.
Back up, kid. Yeah, that's right. Run. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna beat your ass. When I get up there, I'm going to beat your ass.
A little bit physical for chess.
Just you wait. No. No. Don't you dare. You didn't even turn into a horse. So what type of man are you really? Coward. Coward.
Expected Fundy to copy his promotion to a knight.
Yeah.
He's just not returning the favors.
They're actually Olympic athletes. Thanks for the fucking queen.
Was that a mouse slip?
I mean, even down dropping the queen, Fundy still.
Let's tune in with Fundy. Was it because
he
of
wanted
the
me to sacrifice the queen? There it is. It was not a move 5, it was a move 40, but whatever.
Oh, I see.
He did it. He did it.
I did what he
wanted. That would
wanted.
have been nice if we got a little earlier, but he did promise his end of the deal.
True.
Sorry, I'm bad with numbers. I have dyslexia. I read move 40 instead of move 5. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, almost the same. Blundering your queen on move 5 or move 40. But of course, Fundy knows that he can afford it because he's still winning. He's up a rook and he's going to get a new queen.
Next time you propose a deal with your opponent, make sure you specify what move.
Yes, I think Tectone was aiming for move 5, but Fundy didn't actually agree to that part of the deal.
You can still go there.
Tectone is still clinging on for that stalemate, but...
Want to move.
It could still be stalemate indeed. There's only one square for the king.
I can't move. Here.
Yeah, Fundy is way too focused to stalemate.
Here.
And now there's a checkmate opportunity indeed. Queen to g5 and an applause from Tectone. This has been a very nicely played game from start to finish, except for the queen blunder. The Bottas Gambit.
Let's go. All right. Hey, close. That was close. We had him on the ropes.
We did have him on the ropes. Tectone is saying, well, it wasn't as close of a game as we hoped for, but because every single day we do have the play of the game as well, we will give it over to you guys soon on deciding what do you think were some of the best moments of this previous match, and make sure to do so for the upcoming matches too. This is the Eternal play of the game. All you need to do is sign up at eternal.gg, connect it to your Twitch account, and then you can use the command in the chat. This will go for collectibles, digital collectibles that will be released on September the 12th, and all the proceeds from the purchases will go to our charity Red as well, making mental health accessible to tens of thousands of people. There will be 3 lucky winners per match, so make sure to use your voting in the chat. All you need to do is type in Eternal during the matches. In whichever moment you think this moment deserves to become a digital collectible, make sure to type in Eternal in the chat. That's all you need to do. You can type it in as many times as you want to make your vote count. But first, you need to sign up at eternal.gg, connect it to your Twitch account, and then you can use the vote function and get those free collectibles if you are one of the winners. With that, Andrea, we have had our first match finish in 2-0 in favor of the highest rated player of Group C, Fundy. The match, unfortunately, finished a lot faster than we expected. I wonder if we could talk to the players. We will figure it out soon.
Yeah.
If they can join us, because it would be great to talk to them and see how that banter went in between the games and just their thoughts on the action.
I would love to interview him as well. But for the record, I mean, Tectone played very well for a 500. Let's just, on the second game mainly, at that level, you're blundering so much. And he is paired against Fundy, who, like you said, one of the highest rated. I predict that Fundy will be going to the championship match, maybe head-to-head with Ludwig, which you said even previously beat. It was with time odds. So this is one of our strongest competitors, and Tectone still did very well for a beginner here.
Very true. And we did see a Bottas gambit as well. I think, Andrea, that was particularly dedicated to you too. Obviously, it was suggested by Tectone. Maybe the move number was going to be a bit earlier, according to Tectone. He was expecting a queen blunder, move 5. Fundy did eventually play the queen sacrifice on about move 40.
Yeah, it wouldn't be PogChamps without a Bottas gambit. I see we have one of our next competitors who are also already practicing. Maybe we could take a look at BoxBox preparations for the second match of today with Minx and BoxBox.
Own streaming history while supporting your favorite gamers and streamers by buying their digital collectibles on Eternal. Collecting these sometimes hilarious, always epic gaming and IRL highlights directly benefits the creators while providing you, the fans, something unique and special to keep. Sign up on eternal.gg, build your own collection, and feel the thrill of ripping digital packs and viewing amazing moments in the marketplace.
Okay, sweet. Did they finish their game? Oh, they finished. Wait, they're gonna watch me watch them. Oh, that's really awkward. Oh. Wow, that's unfortunate timing. Okay. Anyway, I believe our match should be starting soon, so we'll just do puzzles until then. Hello, Dominicus. If it's not this move, what is it? Tell me. What? Oh, I see. It sets up for this threat. I see. I think this is the play.
And we are joined by the players Fundy and Tectone. What a match this has been, and the banter in between games. Fundy, congratulations. And Tectone, as Andrea informed you while we were setting up this interview, you are now the second player in the history of PogChamps to go for these short games after XQC. I think to be on the podium, that is something. That's an accomplishment.
Yeah, I mean, the Bulgarian somersault is a high risk, high reward play style, but I went for it. Unfortunately, the sun was in my eyes, so I blundered a little bit. But next time, yeah, I'm hoping to pull off the Russian knee sock, and maybe we'll get a W. But I tried my best. I played the best game of chess I could, but Fundy was the better man today.
Fundy, did you spot it immediately that you had this chance with the knight check and the queen checkmate?
I blundered a pawn, and I didn't know what to do. I just started putting my pieces somewhere, and at some point, I thought I saw a checkmate. But I genuinely was like a minute staring at my screen like, is this actually happening? Like, am I really sure that this is happening right now? Because, you know, like in the second fastest game in history now, Tectone. You're welcome, by the way. I gave you this. I hope you're proud.
Well, he gave you it too as well.
You're up there, silver.
You know, I like to give handouts. You know, I figured, Fundy could use a bone, so... That's it. No, I had no idea. I had none. I was like, yeah, you may have seen checkmate. I didn't. I had no idea at all. I learned this opener called the Hippo from the JT. He's a really good buddy of mine, taught me chess. And the Hippo to me, I thought was an impenetrable defense. Well, today it got penetrated, and that was not good, dude. That sucked. So
are you gonna continue to play the Hippo now?
Oh yeah, I mean, I made a promise to JT. It's like Master Roshi, Goku, and Krillin. I'm like his son. Like I'm in the turtle squad. I'm in the hippo squad. I'm attempting to take the hippo as far as possible, but unfortunately today I didn't do it justice. But soon the hippo will rise again.
The hippo will rise again. I respect that, man. I respect that.
Thank you.
Speaking of the turtle squad, Fundy, I think you're wearing your turtle t-shirt. Is that correct?
I am. There's a little turtle on my t-shirt. You're right. I don't know how you knew that, but you're right.
Wait, I'm watching your stream. We're spying on you. But I just wanted to compliment the outfits for today. The turtle t-shirt and your shirt, Tectone. I've recently started playing Pokemon, so I was just like staring at that shirt the whole time.
Yeah, it's really nice. Thank you.
Where did you get it? Can you please send me a link?
So my wife just buys me all my clothes. I don't know where these come from.
I need to contact her in that case.
Yeah, go for it.
Honestly, this was such a fun match. We were hoping it would be a bit longer, but nevertheless, it was really exciting.
Rubbing it in there a little bit, Anna.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, but that podium matters. To be on the same list with XQC.
Well.
Tectone speedrunning chess, just reverse.
Yeah, no, because what you don't realize is like if Fundy didn't notice that, I was gonna win the next turn. Trust. You'll see. If you rewatch the footage, I was one play off. I would have checkmated him 100%.
I feel like that
sounds legit.
Could be true.
There was a mate coming around the corner. For
also,
one
I thought en passant wasn't allowed. And then you en passanted me, dude.
Wait, what do you mean it's not allowed?
Well, I thought it was disabled. I didn't know.
How are you disabling literally a ruling chess?
Okay.
Tectone, that's the next patch of chess. We haven't got to it yet.
How are you disabling that?
Okay, that's next patch.
We're a little bit behind.
That's not. All right, yeah, man.
I'm telling you, Fundy, I saw it somewhere. It was somewhere in the patch notes. Okay, all right. Well,
Patch notes. The patch notes of chess.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah,
thing
you
that's
haven't read
that's
those.
been there for like 700 years. Yeah, the patch notes.
You'll see. And PogChamps 5, dude, I'm telling you, they're gonna implement en passant disabled.
You did give us an idea though, because as Fundy said, chess has been around for a few years by now, but maybe chess 2.0 is here to come for the future of it. Disabling, maybe costling, disabling en passant. We'll need some feedback on that from you guys, because I think that's a great idea. You can disable one feature.
If I can add like interesting ideas into the patch notes, I would like a king sacrifice. That'd be cool to be able to do that.
King sacrifice.
Yeah. Sacrificing your king would be cool.
Yeah,
I think that would fit very well with no en passant.
Tectone, what else do you change?
Oh, well, maybe make the king a non-garbage unit. Like, why am I protecting this lazy bastard? Like, he doesn't even do anything.
He is
pretty useless.
Some amazing ideas there. I think with you guys, we could work on that chess 2.0. It's time, I think, for chess to get an update. But in the meantime, we truly enjoyed your match and we hope the best for both of you. Thank you so much for joining us for the interview. Great outfits, great moves, and all the best for the remaining matches in Group C.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay.
Andrea, this has been such a fun potential update for the future of chess, but also for the future of everyone in our community. This is another call to action that we are raising funds for Rise Above the Disorder. That is our official charity. They have already helped tens of thousands of people to receive mental health care for free. And if you want to support their initiative, all you need to do is go to our URL, go.chess.com/red and donate. Chess.com is matching every donation up to $100,000. So it's high time to use your initiative move on not just the chessboard, but in the world to help those who may need it in terms of mental health care. And on that note, Andrea, I think it's time for us to take a quick break so that we can get our next players ready for the show. BoxBox and JustaMinx. That match is coming up next very soon.
I'm so excited for this one. Poor Minx, she's been so nervous, but I think it's going to be one of the most entertaining matches of the week.
It is going to be fun, and a reminder that Minx has tweeted about the match and how much she's going to donate for charity for each blunder, for each loss, or a checkmate in case she manages to checkmate her opponent. Let's go for a quick break to get the players ready, and we also have a video prepared for you guys, I believe.
Hey, y'all. My name's Tectone, and today I really want to talk about something very important, and that is each and every one of you out there matters. And I find it an absolute travesty where there are people who think that with their issues, they have to be alone, because you don't. You do not have to be alone. There are always people out there who are willing to help, especially with the people at Rise Above the Disorder, aka RAD. Now, I can tell you this right now. I am no perfect human being. I have been through the humps and the trials and the tribulations and everything that held me down to thinking, Tectone, you're not good enough. You don't deserve help. You don't deserve anybody giving you a helping hand. Well, the thing is that those are the things that are going to plague your mind until you can realize, and I'm letting you know once again that you matter, and if you need help, you can get it. And if you know somebody else who needs help, they can get it too. We are going to be raising enough money to get 100,000 therapy sessions for anybody who needs it. With every $30 donation, someone out there can get a week's worth of therapy for free. And that can be the change. That can be the root cause of changing somebody's negativity in their life, beginning anew, and finally getting some much needed positivity.
Down. You asking me to strip? I want to get this over with so I can take my L and cry. Oops, I almost broke my desk. Okay, I'll sing again. Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. Going to win. I'm not gonna throw it back. I can't throw it back. Like I said, I'm like Plank from Ed, Edd n Eddy. I throw it back, my bones creak. Order the court. G Fuel, chat. Drink it. You're on Chess stream. No, I'm not, because they didn't invite me yet. They said they'll be in touch soon. I don't want you and your tricksters.
There is no passion, there is no vision, there is no aggression, there is no fucking mind.
Oh, wow, I'm on it. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. I'm about streams. I've seen my competition might be a tad bit stronger than I am. No stress here. No stress. We're fine. We're fine. Can my competition do a wheelie, though? I think not. Yep. Nope. You might be good at chess, but can he do a wheelie? Nope. Nope. So overall, I think it's important that it's okay to take an L sometimes. It's inspiration.
That was Miss JustaMinx, who is about to start her first ever PogChamps game. But before we get to see the first moves, let's take a look at what is at stake. Andrea, the prize fund for PogChamps 4. $100,000 in total, with $20,000 going to the winner. Second place is $12,000. That is in each bracket. After the group stage, as we already mentioned, the top two will go to the championship bracket, the bottom two to the consolation bracket. So there's a lot to play for in both brackets, and $100,000 in total at stake.
There's a huge prize fund, and they're also simultaneously raising money for charity. Even our own contestants today are going to be donating based on their plays. As we could see, we had the contrast of the preparation. BoxBox doing 1900 rated puzzles. Minx doing mind chess from her wheelchair. I don't know how else to describe it. I think Minx is very well prepared. What do you think, Anna?
She's very well prepared. She took a lesson both with you and me just a few days and weeks ago. So I think she's more than ready. But it is a tough match for her. This is her first ever PogChamps participation. BoxBox played in the very first edition of PogChamps, and he's returning to play again, obviously much higher rated than Minx. But these are the opportunities where a lower rated player, or in this case, in Minx's case, a beginner, she can improve a lot from games like this. And let's not forget that after the group stage, the brackets, that's when the real deal begins, the knockout phase. So I think if Minx uses these battles for improving further, she can do well in the consolation bracket.
Yeah, I totally agree. And she's been very motivated to study. We still have yet to beat the 400 rated Chess.com bot, but as soon as she does that, she's going to go crush the next bracket.
Indeed, that was in her tweet as well, as we already referred to her tweeting earlier, that she's 250 rated and haven't even won against a beginner bot. That's Minx on Twitter. But she is using this occasion to do her own charity initiative. For every loss, she's going to donate $100. For every blunder, she's donating on top of it $10 per dollar. And she's adding to it that she usually blunders about 20 times during the game. So lots of charity occasions. But we are hoping that she will go for the biggest stake that she has tweeted out. If she wins with a checkmate, it's $1,000 for charity.
Yeah, maybe we could let BoxBox know, for the kids, that if somehow he walks into a checkmate, $1,000 would be donated to charity.
Yes, I think he should take that into consideration. Let's listen in if that's something that is on his mind, or what is his pre-match preparation like, apart from the puzzles.
BoxBox always has the best music. It's
Really good vibes indeed. I think he's
I might
just
not be in
being
the Discord.
informed about the start of the game, so he's just messaging our team back.
All right. It's time for the chess match. So just so you guys know, we'll be playing a set. It's a best of 2 against JustaMinx. I believe it's 10+5 time format. And I have to put my chat in emote only mode. And I will not be looking at my chat. No helpers. I gotta do this on my own, guys. I'm sorry. I gotta fight my own fight.
No helpers indeed. How is Minx preparing for the start of the game?
I gotta find out which.
No? Do I seem nervous to you, chat? Do I seem nervous to you? I got the shakes, I'm not gonna lie. I also had this shit earlier. I'm kidding. I just saw myself pop up on chest as I said that.
Every time. It's okay,
Dude, it's the timing for me. I don't even want to read their chat right now. I'm embarrassed. I'm just looking the other way. Turning a cheek.
Chat, don't look.
Turning a cheek. Do not have the best timing, boys. No, I do not. I'm gonna take a peek over now. Oh, few little W's. Do you guys hear what I said?
No, we didn't hear anything.
Not.
Never happened, Minx. Don't worry.
I saw the BoxBox was on the screen, so I was just having an intimate moment with my chat.
Finky, I made it rain with
I can't believe
Let's
that
put cancer into the metaphorical balls.
Yes. I can't believe that you really voted 1.5 million against 14,000. Like, I get it, right? I would do the same, but I thought a few people would be like, I don't even want to know that ratio. I can't calculate.
Does chat, do you believe?
Fun fact about me.
Let me smash.
My temporal lobe is smaller.
Made it rain with €2.
That's not a lie.
Love you, Minx.
Found that
You're
out
doing
yesterday
okay.
because of epilepsy. It's a real thing. So you're not allowed to make fun of me here, boys. I'll be like, what's your tone? What's your tone now? What's your tone?
_kid is now
Thank God my chat made me find that out. It's true.
All right. Well, that is Minx's pregame preparation. Chat, I think everyone here has their money on Minx. It's going to be a huge upset. The underdog. I'm going to cheer her on. What do you think, Anna?
She deserves to be cheered on. She's a friend of both Andrea and me, obviously. But BoxBox is the more experienced player, as we already highlighted. He played in the very first PogChamps event last year, and he has been training since back and forth with puzzles, training games, and he goes for the very classical pawn to e4.
All right. Minx is just following him. I like it so far. Can't go wrong at all. We have that 1,000 rating point difference.
1,000 rating point difference, but so far Minx is following our lead. What we taught her about development. The bishop also is out and she's ready to castle.
Well, I don't know what you taught her. I tried to show her checkmate. Did you teach her about development?
I did, and she told me that she still remembered some of the lessons that she took a year ago with you ladies. So I'm sure that that's all in there in the back of her mind, even if she's bouncing up and down on that wheelchair that she has in her room. I don't even know how she got the wheelchair, but that's part of her studio.
Yeah, you just don't ask questions about Minx's background ever. She lives in a morgue, so I learned I just don't ask questions.
Not to ask questions about this pawn push either. I don't know, Andrea. BoxBox is the higher rated player, but h3 is a very cautious move. Maybe it wasn't needed. Perhaps he wants to place the bishop on e3 and he didn't like knight to g4.
And it seems Minx, oh wow.
Oh no, not just cautious. He goes for aggression. Oh, Minx has mouse slip. She wanted to castle. Oh no, let's tune in with Minx.
She does not react.
He freaked me out for whatever he did there.
Hey, she won a pawn.
She did. Maybe this is working out that she didn't castle. So that king, I believe, was gonna go to G8, but instead it was dropped on F8. She couldn't castle that way. But now she's up a pawn because BoxBox went for this pawn push to F4, not realizing that both of the pawns of Minx on E5 and G5 are looking at that square.
This actually worked out perfectly for her because now she has a rook sniping the file of the king. She just opened it up. She just gained a pawn. She has a strong pawn chain, which is locking in this dark squared bishop. It's actually a great position for black. I don't know how it happened, but Minx has a little bit of an advantage here.
Everything worked out well for her ever since that mouse slip. She is up a pawn. The evaluation bar is happily showing an advantage for black. That's what you guys can see. To the left of the board, we have the evaluation bar, and it is showing the current situation, black having an advantage. Even that rook on G8 is perfectly placed now that that is an open file, semi-open for black.
It's really not an easy position for white to play. We could check out what BoxBox is planning here.
Oh, wait. No, let's do this one.
He's trying to undermine the pawn structure that's supporting the F4 pawn. That makes perfect sense.
Minx developing very well for her level.
Okay, I'm just gonna open up the game.
We have two very different choices of music.
Open up the game, simplify it down.
And Minx takes back with a pawn. Nicely done, very confident.
What? Oh, sorry. I'm on delay.
It's only a trade. It was gonna be a trade, but Minx has moved the king.
No! Everything was going so well.
BoxBox is so puzzled because it was gonna be a queen trade, but Minx forgot to take the queen back. She stepped out of the check.
Okay.
Oh my, let's tune in with Minx.
Well, I didn't expect to get this far. I'll just put my queen over here. Take some free
Everything was going so well.
More music.
I love that she's continuing the game as if nothing happened. Oh. You're a bit Disney. She continues her development. Everything would be perfect if she took the queen back. So that queen of white is not supposed to be on the board.
All right, I think we could go back to the analysis board. My ears are bleeding just a little bit. Well, what can I say? Cutie Cinderella did an Alex Botez impression yesterday, but I think Minx takes the cake today for Botez impressions.
True, very true. She was in a check with that queen capture. If we go back to that moment real quick to show that it was supposed to be a queen trade. BoxBox obviously knew that it can be taken either with the bishop or the knight, but Minx spotted the check and moved the king.
Yep, that was a very interesting play. I think she's just very committed to the bit. As we know, Minx is a master role player, and I think she and Cutie Cinderella are just having a contest.
Exactly. This is all about Team Envy. The squad is here with the Botez sisters and Minx wanting to be now the third Botez sister.
Yeah, I was so proud of her. Her development was perfect. Like you said, she continued to develop, but now she's just down so many pieces. It's very hard to hold this position as black.
Yeah, but each and every blunder of hers counts for her charity initiative. So in that sense, you are right, Andrea, that it will add up for a good cause.
Yeah, she's actively raising money for the kids as we speak, as that knight drops off the board. And maybe another one. Let's see if she spots this. She does. All right. No more charity there. Now she's coming for his rook.
She is coming for the rook. BoxBox should move it. There's only one square for that rook on B1. And BoxBox too could go for the Botez gambit if he, for instance, wants to give a check on F6 with the queen and not noticing the knight that's sneakily guarding that square. Let's listen in with BoxBox and what he thinks.
Yeah, that rook's not going to be useful for a long time. So just invite her to take it and then go here.
Sacrificing the rook on purpose.
Strategic.
And then she's probably going to worry about the knight. Okay, and then I go boom. Alright, and now that I finally opened up that key space, I can go here. I can push in, it's like a chess puzzle.
It would indeed be like a chess puzzle, a checkmate puzzle.
Yep, made in two. A clean win.
Oh wait, this is actually
Let's
wicked.
see if Minx moves up with the king,
Wicked
and
checkmate.
indeed, wicked checkmate
Wait, that
on
was
the
sick.
board.
That was a really cool checkmate.
Indeed, it was a really cool checkmate, but it started out so well for Minx, unintentionally well. She was gonna castle. If we just quickly replay that moment, Andrea, she was gonna castle. The king ended up on f8, but it eventually worked out for her with this pawn push to f4, BoxBox missing that the pawn can be taken. The rook on g8 was perfect too. Everything was fine for black until the Botes gambit had to show. Obviously, queen takes d8, and the queen was not taken back, unfortunately, for Minx.
Well, I hope now we found her fatal weakness. So she's just a little bit more cautious with her pieces. But, you know, she's done a couple lessons. We've talked about blundering, but it's just inevitable at this level. But still, like you said, her opening, I did not do much opening prep, and her opening was very solid. So I still think that the next game could be a close one.
I think so too. It started out as a very close one. Let's listen in with BoxBox and his preparation for the second game starting shortly.
Yeah, I screwed up. I didn't take this free pawn. And then I also... Oh, wait. Okay, let's go back. Okay. I remember looking over here. I remember saying like, oh, this move feels really awkward to me. I'm like, why don't I just develop for free? If my opening involves moving up one and then frappuccinoing my bishop and then moving up another one, why don't I just skip that step and move two? I said it felt wrong, but according to the engine, it likes it. The mistake was not taking this pawn immediately. Oh, I see. I see. The reason why this move was fine is because the engine wouldn't suggest going for the regular strat of pushing like that. It makes sense though, like there's no way I can push at this point. Yeah, I cannot push at that point. As soon as I did that, I was like, oh, I really screwed up. Oh wow. My best play was actually at this point to just give up a knight to reset the position. That queen sec was really funny. Oh wow, so let's go back. Oh, it's because I think my queen's like kind of trapped. Wait, I missed a hanging bishop. Oh, I missed a hanging knight. Oops. That's fine. Okay. Alright, back to puzzles. Oh. Ah! Fool! Wait, I don't see what move you could possibly do here. What can you possibly do here? Boom. Where can you... I don't get it. I got the answer, but I don't even know why I was right. It doesn't even feel good.
PogChamps 4 is presented by Coinbase. Whether you're looking to make your first crypto purchase or you're an experienced trader, Coinbase has you covered. Earn crypto by learning about crypto with Coinbase Earn. Power up your trading with Coinbase's advanced features, get exclusive rewards when you spend with Coinbase Card, and much more. Learn more at coinbase.com/chess.
And we are back with PogChamps 4 presented by Coinbase. The second game between BoxBox and JustaMinx is about to start. This was, in the end, a win for the favorite, but Minx was up a pawn after the opening and had a really good chance if it wasn't for the Botas gambit. Andrea.
Yeah, I did. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit biased. I sent her some Discord messages. I said, you got this, Minx. Slow down. No more Botas gambits. I don't know how much my advice will help, but mainly for beginners, as always, I say slow down and double check your moves because she was speeding with her king.
Indeed, she spotted the check and immediately moved. She should take a bit more time, but I'm sure that she will get more used to it. This is her very first PogChamps event. Earlier, she participated in the Bullet tournament. You ladies organized the Botas Bullet Championship, but we no longer have Bullet format here. This is 10 minutes with a 5-second increment. So she does have time to think her moves through. So once she adapts to it, I think it will go better for her, double checking her moves.
Yeah, maybe that's where my coaching went wrong by making her first time ever playing chess was playing bullets. But she did do very well for Lover in that tournament as well.
Gonna live like tomorrow doesn't exist, like it does. No, I'm not ready.
A beautiful concert, but it's time to play Minx.
All right, the game has begun.
Me first? Me time. Copy me. I dare you, mate. I have a new plan in store.
And indeed, BoxBox is copying that central pawn push.
The roles have reversed.
I don't know what I'm doing now. Okay, I'll do this.
For a 200, following the opening principles perfectly, she's developing.
No, I think not. Because my queen will eat you if you do that.
She's double checking.
What the horse doing? My horse doing the same thing. Bada bing!
Very
Castles.
good. There we go. This time, yes.
Let's look at that. I'm very proud so far.
What's your plan here? I can see your game. I can't. I can't see his game.
What she keeps developing, whether she predicted bishop d6 or not. Knight c3 is a good developing move.
Yeah, I know her plans. And back to analysis we go. All right. I mean, I must say, Minx is doing really good for a 200, okay? She's castled. She pushed her pawn in the centers, taken out her knights and bishops. As her coach, I'm very pleased. It is very difficult to play someone 1,000 rating points above you.
It is indeed very difficult. I did briefly talk to Minx about which pawn pushes are more important, and she did start with the central pawn pushes that open up files, diagonals for one's pieces. A4 is not one of those that we highlight usually, but it's not a mistake. Now that she follows it up with B3, maybe the bishop will be heading to B2. I'm just hoping it's not A3 because both the bishop and the queen of black is staring at that square from the distance.
Sorry, I was trying to cover both squares. But yeah, once again, like a very comfortable position for white, where white even has the advantage. Black has queenside castled, but since she pushed a little bit too early, but once again, it's benefiting her later in the game because this is actually where we want to attack towards her king.
Indeed, now that BoxBox has castled queenside, it is a perfect setup with the pawns, and further pawn pushes could be expected. If Minx realizes that she has a chance to attack on the queenside, opposite side castling, she plays rook b1. Maybe in the future she will push b4. Even if it's a pawn sacrifice, it would be a good idea to target the king.
Yeah, I mean, she's making a plan, which is, once again, at this level, when people don't know what to do, they just start randomly pushing pawns, but she's looking to attack towards the king. She's on the right track.
I like it. Her intuition is the right one, placing the rook there and maybe in the future pushing the pawn. I wonder if she'll develop the c1 bishop, but for now it wasn't that simple. Even on b2 or d2, it wouldn't have been a very active piece.
All right, maybe we could see what BoxBox is thinking. We have another opportunity for free pawn.
Push up. She'll take the pawn. I retake.
Pre-moving, knight takes e5.
He is overlooking knight takes d5.
But if knight takes d5, he's got the f6 knight guarding.
Why did they name it the Greek guy? Maybe a Greek guy, oh.
Minx is still playing great, putting pressure on the
calculating,
e7.
Calculating. Is this checkmate?
Calculation time indeed. What is hanging, BoxBox? Let's see.
Checkmate. Oh, he's going for Greek.
Oh, wait, hang on. I'm a little uneasy. If I go here, I let her check and take this pawn. I might have to play this quiet move.
The quiet move was a good idea to protect the a7 pawn.
Yeah, let's just do it safely.
And the king.
He was calculating Greek's gift. Doesn't work here.
Oh wait, no. If she trades for bishop. Oh no, I don't get to do the Greek guy if she trades. Don't trade. Don't take Billy the bishop. Oh, okay.
Minx can still take it in the future, but yes. It is BoxBox who is trying to go for that very known sacrifice for the checkmate attack. I don't think this is the position where it can work out. Oh, Minx did not move the
I'm
knight
going to take
away.
this. I'm just gonna take this now.
Her intuition is great, but it is very hard to not blunder.
Very hard indeed. After the pawn push to e4, the knight was attacked on f3. There weren't too many squares for the knight, but she could have saved it.
Yeah, her intuition was great. Queen d2, I'm not sure. Maybe she was trying to defend this diagonal, but she got into a great position. She had pressure in the center, could have traded off this dark squared bishop. Now she's going to be down a piece, but still, still has opportunities.
Especially if BoxBox wants to go for the sacrifice, because he kept looking at the d6 bishop and he wants to give it up on h2. That would equalize the material. It's not a position where the checkmate pattern works.
I think he realized that Greek's gift does not work because knight g4 is prevented from this bishop. Maybe why he's trying to trade that right now.
It must be the reason, but even then the queen is still looking at the g4 square too, so he's very keen on making it happen, and yet it isn't the right position for it. He could try other types of attack, for instance, by pushing the h pawn to h5 and then knight g4 so that the h5 could open up for the rook.
Yeah, I mean, both sides are eyeing the kingside attack here. That's why I would like to see Minx trade off this bishop to try to maybe keep her h2 square a little bit safer, prevent the sack. Let's see if never mind. Don't have Minx. All right. See what she's thinking about here.
Shall we tune in to our players? I think we have now Minx's stream up.
Look at me go. I'm definitely doing something here. 100%. 100% doing good. 100% winning here, boys. Absolutely know what I'm doing. Okay.
Anna predicted it.
Okay.
I'm impressed that BoxBox is eventually going for that h5 push, because that's not that
like
simple
I don't know
of a
what
plan.
the fuck to do here. Not a surprise. Not new. Half of want to begin against the beginner bot, but I must do something here, right? He wants to... I don't know. I don't know why I'm trying to calculate what he's doing. I literally don't know. What's your plan here, man? What are you doing? What are you doing?
She's
What's
not
he
familiar
doing?
with Greeks yet,
Man's
which makes
100,
sense.
1,200 IQ right now. He's freaking me out. He's freaking me out, chat. He's freaking me out. And you're all a bunch of emotes. If I see any Pepega, that's when I get stressed. Was that stop spamming Doritos? I don't know what that means.
Ankla Owl made it rain with €5.
Oh
Your
god,
food cancer
what's his
right
plan
up the
here?
butt.
What's his plan here? Why is he getting close?
At least she's looking for his threats.
She is, and I think she was also looking at that knight on b5, about to take on d6. She might get rid of one of the dangerous attacking pieces of BoxBox.
Yeah, I mean, she's doing good. She's pushing the b pawns. Her random moves are still very good.
I can't even think. His chess will leave me regardless. Where do I go from here? I'm just going to move this little lad. Should I move him? Should I move him? Ah, yeah.
Oh, and the panic has begun. Okay, we could go back to the analysis here.
It wasn't a bad idea to move that little guy up.
Now, where did that fucker come from?
Because she could have moved up all the
Me
way to
pieces
c4. Yeah, but yes, there was something on the diagonal. Unfortunately, the c2 pawn was blocking by pushing the c pawn. The rook is now captured. That was something that's easy to miss, especially for a beginner, because the rook in this moment is safe. It is only after your own move that the diagonal has opened up, and BoxBox, of course, immediately spots it and captures the rook on the line.
I mean, though, I want to say her b4 pawn was very interesting, because even if he would have taken, she would have opened up the file on the king looking for some counterattack. But, you know, when you panic, you push pawns, and then she picked a bad pawn to push. Oh, she finally traded off the d6 bishop.
She did. And I was just going to say that before she pushed the pawn to c3, she was also hovering over the rook from b1 to b3. She almost stepped out of the diagonal without knowing that there was danger. So her intuition, she definitely should listen to her intuition more often and trust herself more.
Yeah, and I saw some chat members saying that it's a really difficult pairing, which it is. But just to remind you guys, so the first game, typically in any chess tournament, that's how it goes. Top players play the bottom half. But as the games go on, you get paired more with people your level, and you also get put into a bracket with people your level. So that's just kind of how the tournament works.
Indeed, we are just at the very first matches of the group stage. In this case, BoxBox facing the lowest rated player of his group. And that's, as Andrea already highlighted, is how it begins, but that's not how it ends. The second phase of the tournament will feature 2 brackets. And in the constellation bracket, I think Minx will have a good chance against similarly beginner opponents. And by that time, she will have all the preparation and training from these difficult matchups, because you learn a lot when you face strong opponents.
I think BoxBox is coming in with the checkmate. But like you said, she's getting the best practice.
And it is indeed on the board. Queen takes h2. That's what BoxBox is about to play.
I think actually it's checkmate.
Just double checking it. Double checking it, and it's checkmate.
See, it gets worse when I'm thinking.
She did still very well, and I hope she doesn't stress herself out too much. It's very hard because she was looking for his plan with that h-pawn. And of course, a main part of chess is pattern recognition. And she wasn't very familiar with the sack on h2 and the plan to try to open up the king side with the h-pawn, which is exactly what he did. But she was searching for his plan. Just unfortunately did not catch it in time.
Indeed, she did have the right idea, but wasn't exactly catching the way the threat was going to take place. She constantly looked at the king side. She did take the bishop on d6, which was important for the defense of the king. But unfortunately, the queen and the rook eventually made it all the way to h2. And this is a beautiful checkmate pattern. Wasn't the Greek's gift that BoxBox originally planned, but still it was about the h2 square. Was this, in your opinion, Andrea, the play of the game, or would you pick a different moment from this match?
I would say I don't want to see Minx losing, so I would not pick this one. I would pick the 6-move, or what was it, 11-move checkmate.
I see.
That was history.
In terms of this match between the 2 games, which game between BoxBox and JustaMinx you find more memorable, and which moment within that match?
I would say Botez Gambit, of course. No bias at all. How about you, Anna?
Yeah, the Botez Gambit is certainly very memorable. And just the fact that Minx was doing amazing in that very first game, even though she mouse slipped. At the same time, our opinion doesn't matter as much as your opinion. We want you to vote for which moment of these matches, of these games, you find the most memorable and which ones should turn into our packages at Eternal. You just need to sign up at eternal.gg, connect it to your Twitch account, and use the word Eternal at any point of the show where you think that that's a highlight, that's a moment that should be remembered forever and should be created as a digital collectible. They will drop on September the 12th, and every single day we have 3 winners per match. So you can take them home for free, or if you decide to purchase the collectibles, all the proceeds from the purchases will go to supporting Red as our charity initiative, Rise Above the Disorder.
Thank you, Anna. I think we're going to take a short break and we will be back hopefully with an interview of our participants.
Welcome back to our coverage of PogChamps presented by Coinbase. We are being joined by the players of this epic battle, BoxBox and JustaMinx. BoxBox, congratulations. But let me start with Minx, who has had her own charity initiative for this game. Minx, tell us about your tweet and how did you come up with this set of what blunder, what game loss or checkmate is what prize for charity?
Well, it goes cancer research, and it was because, look, we came in here knowing I'd lose anyway. I've told both of you, my fantastic coaches that have tried to help me, and somehow everything you said to me has not been retained in my memory. I have not won against a beginner bot still to this day. I won today because of the time. So in the first round, that was, my goal. But no, so every blunder I did, every mistake I did, every inaccuracy I did, every piece that BoxBox took, I donate €10, and then every loss, which was 100, which wasn't surprising. I calculated it correctly.
Well, it's going to be a lot of money to charity, but you still, Minx, you did exceed our expectations. You followed the principles. It was a really tough matchup here. I mean, BoxBox, do you think you're going to be eyeing the championship first place prize going head to head with Ludwig again or any other top players?
I want to eat Ludwig.
That sounds like the winning attitude.
That's the message, sending it out there. I think he's watching, so please tell us about it more.
Yeah, I recently played a different Chess.com show match against him. And it was like a best of 15 where we played Blitz and then Bullet. And are we allowed to swear?
I think we had plenty of it already with me, so I'm sure it's okay.
He kicked my ass. The only reason I won is because he completely sucks at bullet chess. But we're not going to be playing bullet chess in PogChamps. Okay. So I have to keep training. Also, he did something unforgivable.
What did he do?
What did he do?
He stole my coach.
Oh no! Wait, who was your coach?
He stole Robert Hess from you?
Robert Hess, my favorite coach. And then, Hess messaged me saying, like, I'm so sorry. I haven't been seeing your messages recently. Because I'm on a vacation to the Bahamas with Ludwig.
Oh, God. Well, BoxBox, if you do need some extra coaches, we would love to help you. There's plenty of them. But that is really some dirty moves.
Absolutely dirty.
Yeah, I don't blame you for wanting to eat him. I think that's the only thing that would do justice.
Yeah.
You say like person and you say ass. That was really funny.
Well, say that again, Minx.
The fact that he asked if he could curse and then he just said ass was incredibly funny.
We had a little preview of Minx's pre-game preparation, which was all family friendly.
In my I did not know you guys were going to be watching before I got in the room. I saw it and my chat was like, oh, I'm on screen. I'm like, that's so embarrassing. Not as embarrassing as the game. But BoxBox, moving forward, I hope you know that I'm the strongest competition you had.
Oh, yeah. I absolutely believe it.
Yeah.
I felt the pressure with your early pawn moves.
BoxBox, what did you think when she chose not to take back your queen?
I don't want to talk about that part, please.
That was interesting. That was the most amount of shock I've ever felt in a chess game. And I've never gotten this far, so I don't know what to do here.
I was just gonna add that Minx just wanted to fit in with the Botas sisters. We call it in the chess community the Botas Gambit when a queen is blundered, and that was for Team Envy. Minx, I know you did it all for content, all for the squad.
Yeah, it was completely planned, totally not. I didn't even realize until after the game. You know, that's the worst part when it said blunders, and I was like, when did I let him take my queen? And they're like, that's when we spammed Pega, and I'm like, oh, wow,
hey. Well, for the record, though, Minx, your opening, I don't know how you did it. Like, you had random mouse slips, the king not castling, pushing random pawns, but it would all work in your favor. But, of course, you know, when it comes to blunders, BoxBox has a little bit more experience in playing tactically.
Yeah, I did try to castle the first round, but I went the wrong side.
Oh, so it was a mouse slip.
It was.
Maybe. I see. We were right. Okay.
Well, and then in game 2, you castled, and you were very proud of that moment. So were we, that you developed your pieces, went for castling as soon as you can. So you're making progress. And I think what's important for the lower rated players in the group stage is to see that it's the second phase that will matter even more, the knockout stage. BoxBox knows it well. The championship bracket and consolation bracket, that's where it's going to be knockout matches. And winning the matches there is what truly will matter. So until then, it's just to see who goes to which bracket. And you can use these matches to improve, because playing against a stronger player always helps you to get even better faster.
And what I'm hearing is this match, there's not much embarrassment because he's good at it. But in the future matches, if I lose, it's just pure embarrassment and terrible play on my behalf.
No, but in the future matches, you will be paired against players who are also beginners like yourself. So in the group stages, it can happen that you face someone like BoxBox who could be playing for the trophy, for winning PogChamps for you. Might be playing here against the champion Minx. But this match and other matches in the group stage can help you get better before we make it to the knockout stage. So it's important to play as best as you can, even if the result oftentimes feels very one-sided and these are difficult games, but it will help you get better for the later stage of the tournament.
Stop, you guys are so sweet to me.
It's true. It is true.
Like poor BoxBox, he had it in the game, but they're like rooting for me the whole time. It's like, well, it's only because they knew how bad I was, BoxBox.
Oh no, I think it's really cool when people learn. I'm all for them supporting you.
Did you see the chat vote? It was 99%, 1 point something million for BoxBox, and there was like 10,000 for me. The votes. Yeah, it was 99 to 1%, and I was like, well, you know what, boys? They're not wrong. They're not wrong.
I mean, with 1,000 rating difference, you know, but I do have one last question for BoxBox, because he was training so intensely, we couldn't even get his attention from his puzzles. And then even after he won those both games, he was analyzing both of them. So what is your preparation plan for your next PogChamps game now that Robert Hess has deserted you on his vacation with Ludwig?
Yeah, now that I don't have my main coach, I had to walk over to my front door, open it to the line of grandmasters asking to coach me.
Oh, must be hard.
Yeah, I'll have to pick from one of them.
All right.
No, actually though, I got offers from Mr. Daniel Naroditsky and a nice GM that I played with in the Hand and Brain, Mr. Krikor. I'm excited to work with them. I kick Ludwig's ass! Yeah, I'm really excited.
You did great as a team with Krikor. I felt it very closely. I don't know if you realize, but I was the brain for Peter, and we got crushed by your team. So that was definitely good teamwork. And Danya is known as a very good coach. Preparing Charlie more is critical for that 6-move win against SQC. So I think you'll be happy with both coaches.
Well,
okay.
Thank you guys, both of you. Congratulations, BoxBox and Minx. I am still a proud coach, even though you both has gambited. And good luck on the next game.
It was after you. BoxBox, I'm rooting for you against Ludwig. I'll be cheering you on.
Thanks, Minx.
Yeah.
And thanks so much for having us here. Oh, they left.
That was a very wholesome moment there between the players rooting for each other. I think we could still hear BoxBox, so don't worry. That was still part of the show, part of the plan. We just went to a different slide. But on that note, I think we will soon be getting ready for the next matchup. In the meantime, huge shout out to our sponsor, Coinbase. Obviously, this event wouldn't be possible without their help. And this time also just a call to action, because we always do, obviously. If you want to get $5 in Bitcoin, do go to coinbase.com/chess. And with your sign up, you will receive for free the $5 in Bitcoin. Listening to Andra's financial advice, this is a good future investment, and it costs you nothing.
Yeah, look, I have lost, based on this advice of my sister, thousands and thousands of dollars in crypto, but you guys have nothing to lose because you get money for free. So unlike me, you know, your chances are much better. But otherwise than crypto, I'm really excited for this matchup. We have MrBeast and Ludwig. We already have the prediction going, almost 3 million points on Ludwig and 100,000 on MrBeast, kind of similar to our last game. But, you know, maybe MrBeast, he could perform some under-the-table bribes, you know, something for the charity. You never know what might happen.
Let's listen in with Ludwig and his preparation. This is a rematch from the previous PogChamps. Ludwig won at PogChamps 3, but maybe MrBeast has come with a stronger preparation this time.
get rid of the S in steak. No, we're not betting like Wagyu. Here is the thread, ladies and gentlemen. MrBeast. I DM'd him, good luck today, or I tweeted at him. All right? He replied, you're done for. I said, loser has to post a picture on their Instagram in a cat-made outfit. He said, unlike you, I don't own a cat-made outfit. To which I replied, oh, I'm MrBeast. I can't afford a cat-made. It's a cat-made outfit, bro. You literally walk around going, and I quote,
This is a Lamborghini.
okay, so he's got a Lambo, but he can't afford a cat-made outfit. And then he said if he can go white pieces first, then it's a deal. So Chess.com, make sure he gets white pieces first. If it's black pieces first, I abort. Okay? I don't care what. I'm aborting if it's if I get the white pieces. He's got to start with the white pieces. Also, well, you guys want some secret inside information? Jimmy, I can call him Jimmy because we text each other. Am I allowed to swear on this? Jimmy's being a bit of an ass in the messages. And he says, I don't know what I'm doing today. And I, being an avid fan of MrBeast, but also of poker, know that this man has not been putting his free time into chess anymore. All right? Queen's Gambit era is over for this guy. He's been playing poker with the most crazy poker players of all time, Phil Hellmuth and Tom Dwan. I've seen it on Instagram, which is crazy. That's crazy. And then I'm like, I know. I've been seeing that you've been playing poker. We talk for a bit, and I say, all right, well, if this chess match goes awry for you, let's do heads of poker. You know what his next message was? Deal. 100K. Does he think the subathon is still happening? Does he think I'm sleeping on stream? 100 fucking racks. No shot. No shot. I can't pull out 100 racks for a heads-up poker match. What does he think's happening? I got people to pay. I got bills to pay. I still got a 30-year mortgage. I can't do that. I got to pay Shake Drizzle to edit my YouTube videos, Slime to fart in front of me in the office and do my taxes, and Aiden to run the merch site. We'll see. If I win the game, maybe we'll set up a heads-up match, all right? But I'll have to win first. Actual pussy, stop calling me poor. Stop calling me poor because I can't do a $100,000 heads-up match. That is actually bullying. It's poor shaming. It is not, it's not like, most people can't. Okay, this is not weird. I'm not the weird one here. You guys, this story was supposed to be me relating to you guys, and then you guys ended up just bullying me for not having 100K to drop in poker. I am not so poor. Okay, all right. I don't know why I brought up this story. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I think I know exactly what MrBeast is going to do because my coach, Robert Hess, my one and only coach, who likes me way more than BoxBox's stupid idiot ass, has told me a brilliant game plan for the first 6 moves. And so if you see me with the lead in the first 6, understand that was a lesson from Hess. I learned a thing from Hess. I will have taken that and implemented it into my game. How much do I pay Hess? Dude, Hess is the most annoying guy ever. And by annoying, I mean he's like so sweet. and I'm such a fucking asshole, and so it's so hard because I just want to keep being a dick, but anytime I am, he just responds with niceness, and it's like, ugh. And so when he was coaching me all throughout the last PogChamps, he was like super sweet. And he's like, no, dude, honestly, man, I don't want any payment. Like, I always say, if my students do well, that's all them, and if they do bad, that's on me. Like, I don't want any payment, man. And so I had to like secretly wire money into his account. And it wasn't like a small, I think I gave him like all the winnings I had gotten from PogChamps plus a little bit, right? In the last PogChamps. And he never, ever, ever said anything about it for like weeks. And then finally I was like, did you like get the money? He's like, oh yeah, but it's like, that's not what it's about. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but like, I just want to make sure that you got. He's so anti getting paid. He didn't even like care. He didn't even like. And it's not like he didn't care, like MrBeast doesn't care, because MrBeast has lost all idea of what money is. He is a real one. Although, can we stop being nice to Hess? Can we flame Hess in chat? Hess literally left on vacation today. This is the...
This is it, everybody. The big matchup of today. A rematch, perhaps. PogChamps 3 featured Ludwig beating MrBeast in the group stage. And now the two are back and there's a lot on the line. Last time they played for 10K for charity. This time it's a cat-made outfit. Andrea, what do you think about that tweet that we have been reading earlier? Ludwig wishing good luck, and that ended up all the way going to basically a deal about a potential cat-made outfit for the loser.
Yeah, I mean, Ludwig like willingly wears those. So I don't really know if this is a deal or just Ludwig trying to justify his next outfit appearance. But there was a lot of heated pregame trash talk. Ludwig saying MrBeast has been spending his time playing poker, saying he has no concept of money. But MrBeast, I don't know. Maybe he's going to trash talk him. Maybe he's going to be nice. But Ludwig's always, you can rely on him to bring on the heat and the cat suits.
The heat and the cat suit is on. And Ludwig requested to start the first game with the black pieces. That was MrBeast's condition for accepting the cat-made outfit deal. So if MrBeast has the white pieces in the first game, then the deal is on indeed.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. I don't know how much of an advantage you'll give MrBeast. However, I'm very excited to see this next trend of cat suits, and I haven't yet to see MrBeast in a cat suit himself.
He did say to Ludwig that he doesn't own one. And then Ludwig was like, oh yeah, I'm MrBeast. I can't afford a cat-made outfit. I love the trash talking, friendly trash talking between the two on Twitter. It's obviously just cool banter. And the game is about to start. Ludwig is streaming on his channel, and we can see that MrBeast with a big smile and the Beast t-shirt.
Yep, just waiting. I'm following him right now as we speak. Oh, okay, it started. I'm gonna try.
And then
one more time.
I think if Hess
We've got Ludwig's perspective up. He's playing the Scandinavian defense as he did in their game at PogChamps 3.
I think he was supposed to go something else. All right, we're just gonna do a regular Scandi. Maybe it's with the white pieces. I'm forgetting. Okay, he's double fianchettoing. I have no idea how to deal with this. Okay, normally you're supposed to make this move to block the bishop, but if the bishop fianchettos, is that move even necessary? I imagine not, so I'll just Fisher Bish. I'll just Fisher Bish, knight, castle, pawn, bishop. Or no, maybe pawn. Yeah. Knight, castle, move the king over one, pawn up. Probably queen back, because it's probably going to put some pressure by moving this up. This song's fire, dude. Oh, is he pawn rushing me? Oh, interesting. All right, well, I'm still going for it. If he goes here, I'll just go back one.
Analysis board, because that was a big missed opportunity by MrBeast. After Ludwig developed the bishop to f5, the pawn on b7 was hanging, and it's not only about the pawn, but the rook that was trapped in the corner. MrBeast would have been up a lot of material. Ludwig was looking at that part of the board, but was too focused on his own development, getting the knight out, pushing the pawn, castle, and it was missed by both players that bishop takes b7 would have been an extremely strong move for white.
Yeah, both opponents are tunnel visioning, but I must say, compared to MrBeast's last performance, I think that Ludwig is underestimating how much preparation he did. Like, he actually has a very comfortable position. I like this. He's gaining the space, kicking out this bishop. Beautiful development with the bishops. I think Ludwig was underestimating him a bit.
And here, there would be a beautiful tactical pattern too. MrBeast continues with quick developing moves, but he also could have captured the pawn on a7 with the check. Bishop takes a7, and if the king takes back, knight b5 wins the queen.
That would have been another Botez gambit. I don't think Ludwig would have taken.
He would have not taken for sure, but it was then going to be a pawn for MrBeast and attack against the king. It was, again, a missed opportunity. It seems like MrBeast does have a good development, great position, but it would have been even better if he spent a little bit more time on those decisions.
Ludwig saw it.
He spotted it now, pushes the pawn so that knight b5 or bishop a7 is no longer an issue.
Very nice. MrBeast is thinking.
Will he castle kingside or queenside? I wonder.
He just says like, okay, and then shakes his head a little bit, and then silence, and then one word. It's a little bit hard to follow his thought process. He
just sticking with the plan.
Sticking with the plan. So he wanted to castle kingside.
He seems very happy with his play. It is a little risky, castling towards the rook and the queen. We might have another box mate. I would have liked a queenside castle. Let's listen to Ludwig as well.
Let's do so.
He could go forward one, actually. Yeah, I guess I didn't think about that at the fuck all.
And that's a great decision by MrBeast to keep the position closed on the
here's
king
defended
side.
once, attacked twice. I can go back here. I could also go back here. What was his pawn doing? Oh, wait. No. I thought I could go here for a moment, and then if takes, queen takes, it's undefended. But it's also not undefended. That was just wrong. All right, let's just... Here, right? No, it's defended twice.
Indeed, that doesn't have too many good squares.
Yeah, let's go back to the board.
Knight h7 was the choice of Ludwig. There weren't too many good moves with that knight. He was trying to calculate whether there were any tactics with the pin on the d5, but indeed he had to retreat either to h7 or to the 8th rank. And it's not a very cool future perspective for that knight on the edge of the board. The idea of opening up the position with h5 was the right one, but I think Ludwig fully missed that MrBeast can push g5. That was a really good response, because if he had not pushed it after opening up the h5, even h takes g4, it would have been a really strong attack for Ludwig.
Yeah, no, I mean, MrBeast's play has really impressed me here. I would like to see him maybe, actually, I don't even know if h4 would be the correct idea. He didn't just blunder a pawn, but once again, opening up the file could benefit him. He's attacking towards his opponent's king, just like what Ludwig was doing, but he's playing, it seems like a much closer matchup than I expected.
It looks like a very close matchup, and I love his pawn blunder. I think he's doing it on purpose, because if the queen takes the pawn, then you have rook b1, and the b7 pawn is in trouble, as well as the king. He's happy about it.
Here.
It's happening! Rook b1 now with whichever rook, and then the queen has to go rook takes b7. It's almost a checkmate attack then. The king will be in trouble.
Oh my god.
It's happening. He sees it.
Did he calculate this? All he got was those little happy groans, but I think that means, yes, I see the mate.
So far, things are going good. Okay.
So many things are going very good for Jimmy indeed.
Okay.
Let's listen in.
I just gotta keep firing things at him.
Keep firing things.
Is he gonna? No, he didn't see it. He's still attacking, but now Ludwig will have a chance to defend.
Yeah, it is still promising, and he's happy about it, but he could have had
the other rook over. We are going full force on his king. I don't care.
Force. C6 blocks the diagonal. That's a good decision.
Dude, he's crushing it.
Still, it is so difficult to defend. If the rook comes to b1, then b7 eventually will have to fall. This is such a difficult position for Ludwig, even if b7 wasn't taken immediately.
He is no longer smiling.
Very focused, trying to save that king.
He's imagining the cat suit already.
b5 would be a good attempt. At least it prevents the immediate disaster.
Nice.
I think he will go for it. He is really considering b5 and then what happens after the captures.
I'm in trouble,
Mr.
smiley
Beast.
face.
Yes. Ludwig knows it. Ludwig knows it. Mr. Beast can put even more wood on that fire he is building if he pushes the A pawn to attack the
let's go
B5
back to the
pawn.
game. Let's show what Anna's talking about. Nice.
So in this moment, Ludwig is so far holding that attack that the two rooks were building up against the black king. But if Mr. Beast pushes a4, that will help the attack of white by trading the a pawn on b5 and then a potential sacrifice perhaps with knight takes b5, and then the rooks will be attacking with full force. That's the full force Mr. Beast was talking about. He just should not have. He played it. He was going for it full force.
Mr. Beast had I was told that this man did like one chess lesson.
We don't stop attacking.
He has been grinding.
If you're not on the left side of the board hitting his king, I don't want you. He can have my king. I don't.
That's the spirit.
He's killing it. Oh my goodness.
Ludwig is trying to escape. He's running to c7 with his king, at least stepping out of the b5. Again, good instinct to try to defend by fleeing. But
now,
can he?
Even a
sacrifice?
Yeah, there's so much play. The queen coming in, the rook taking. The bishops are just perfectly placed, controlling all these squares of the king. This stack would be just fantastic.
Killer position for Mr. Beast. He's already showing mate in a few moves, 10, 11, 12 moves. He doesn't have to calculate all the way till mate, but will he sacrifice either with the knight capturing on b5 or the rook? Because both are possible. Ludwig is so focused. He knows that this is a very troublesome situation.
If I go rook here and then move my pawn up, I have 3 defenders.
You're my mans.
I thought I had it all together, but I was led astray the day you walked away. You were the clock that was ticking in my heart. Change my state.
Oh wow. I'm feeling better. Oops. Sorry.
I think Ludwig
Okay, what is this?
is gonna see now what Mr. Beast was up to. He was already calculating it earlier. I saw it earlier because Mr. Beast was ready to sacrifice his rook.
Fuck it. I'm not gonna think about it.
Okay, let's go back to Mr. Beast Camp. He's talking, he's smiling, he's looking very pleased.
Very pleased and very winning the queen.
Winning
the queen.
What a beautiful stack.
Yo!
Yo! He doesn't believe it.
Wait, this isn't supposed to happen. I didn't actually think I'd have a chance. Yo, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. Hold up. Oh, I
can't believe it. Now he just needs to figure out how to get the rest of the pieces to the king.
How?
Keep the attack going.
see what he's thinking about. Many options. He could maybe bring the queen.
Queen to a5 or queen to c3 check. The bishop can still make it to b7 too, but I think he kind of forgot about the bishop on g2. Look at that! Bring the queen in.
This poker play has been somehow benefiting his chess player. He's just been grinding away. He's playing so good.
I think he was grinding a lot of chess games too backstage because this is a great game by MrBeast.
He just doesn't believe it's real. Oh yeah, his move was even better than mine. Literally winning.
There is no move, only bishop c7, but that would have led to a disastrous attack too. Ludwig is giving up the knight on c5. MrBeast is calculating the capture. He can.
Yeah, I mean, he's just winning up so much material now. I think MrBeast is going to secure the win.
Check.
And it's going to be checkmate soon with the queen and rook. Also the bishop if he brings it in.
I'd love to go watch Ludwig's misery now. To see the sad smirk on his face.
Poor Ludwig. He's one of the favorites, but suffering now.
I think right here, check. And then I go here, and then bishop check. This is about mate.
He's right. It's very close to mate in a few moves. Oh, maybe if MrBeast, he could have given a few checks here or there.
I don't think was the best move, but it's not the worst move either.
Wait, let's look at the board. I think he's planning a checkmate in 2 here with the rook threat.
And he's celebrating. He was clapping a little bit for it.
Things are going good.
He's cutting the king. He took the pawn, I believe, not just for the pawn, but to cut the king on the e5, not let it flee.
Yo, is anyone else watching this? What?
No, nobody's watching MrBeast. We have a whole produced show. He's like sitting, not streaming, like in his room. It's just a chill chess game. Nobody's watching.
I think he still can't believe that it's actually happening, that he's a few moves away from checkmating one of the favorites for the overall
it's gonna happen.
It's checkmating 2 now. Will he play it?
Stay big brain. Okay.
Take a deep
gotta
breath.
keep track of time.
Yeah, 4 minutes left.
I don't want to say anything. I want to hear everything he says till he finds the mate.
The tension in the air. So focused. He goes back to b5 with the queen, which wasn't his initial idea. A rook check would have led to checkmate in 2, but this is, of course, still completely winning. It just made the king have somewhere to run to.
He needs to try to prevent the king from running to f8. It's okay, he'll get back there. There you go.
Yes, he's doing so.
We'll try again.
He's not letting Ludwig's king run away. Ludwig was so close to almost making it back to f8 and g8, hiding there. But MrBeast is just on his A game in this very first game of the match.
Yeah, chat is saying a throw incoming. I don't believe it. I think MrBeast is on his A game. You know, he missed the mate in 2, but he's still killing it here. No Botez Gambit incoming. No way.
Let's see if Ludwig will go back to d7 with the king or try to cover block with the rook on d6. That's what he chooses. That gives some hope for black for survival because at least it's not that obvious which one is the next right check, which one is the next right move. So let's see if we're gonna have the rook joining the attack with rook b7 check, or will it be another queen check that MrBeast chooses to try to hunt down the king?
I'm not jinxing it. Don't say that. See?
So focused. 3 minutes left.
I do like that he takes his calculations very seriously.
Knight to f4, bringing closer yet another piece toward the black king to help the attack. I like that idea. Now the knight could give a check on d5 as well. So he had a few chances to bring the rook to b7 or to e1, but he chooses to bring another piece, which is also good, of course. Now the knight is part of the attack.
Ludwig is being very sneaky, defending his rook so his king can escape and maybe gonna try to play the clock.
Let's listen in with his thoughts in this difficult situation.
It's like he forgot about this rook. Sing it! Check.
He's right that it feels like MrBeast forgot about the rook for these last few moves. But h4 makes sense too. It makes this h7 knight very sad, a very sad piece.
Getting into time scrambles.
Here.
And the great choice by Ludwig to try to bring that knight back into the game and help the defense of the king. So better practical chances for survival for sure.
I mean, he can't get a checkmate with just this queen, and he's not bringing the rook in, and I'm on dark squares only with the light squared bishop.
Good point.
So I assume if he hasn't recognized that he has a rook yet, and he hasn't brought this guy in for a check, then he's probably going to just move pawns. Oh,
and there we go.
There goes that idea.
He's moving the rook. Interesting that he didn't move it all the way down for the check. He's moving it to the a5. No Botas Gambits, right, Andrea? No Botas Gambits?
No.
I'm okay with that.
Here, let's go back to the analysis board. All right. I mean, MrBeast is used to performing under high pressure. He's been like chased by a hitman before. He can win a chess game with 2 minutes left. Okay, he's gonna see this. Oh, this works too. Not winning the rook, but he's coming towards the king.
Coming towards the king and not leaving the queen hanging. That's important too in PogChamps. Do not play the Botas Gambit too often. Rook e6, now the queen has to move again.
Could this be another scripted chase where Ludwig pretends his king is about to be sniped and then we get an upset? Let's see.
Hopefully, no Botas Gambit, as you were showing with the arrow, Andrea, there was a potential queen check that would have been a Botas Gambit. Queen d4 is a much better move, targeting the g7 pawn. So focused, both players, they are barely talking in this moment.
Ludwig, I mean, even against me with time odds games, he knows how to flag someone. That's exactly, he's trying to think of his trickiest defense. He could maybe block with the knight, attack the queen. Even that, there's counterplay.
I was just gonna add that at the same time, MrBeast loves bullet chess. He loves the adrenaline rush. So I think he doesn't mind that much that he's going low on time.
Yeah, I have heard he does play a lot of bullets.
King to f8 guards the pawn and make sure that there is no immediate attack. This is a rook trade. So maybe that's why he moved the rook to a1 to end up trading. And that's also a very pragmatic decision. He's up material. He's trying to simplify the position by trading one of the rooks of Ludwig.
I mean, I like this. He's trying to attack the defender of the knight, and he is performing well under time pressure.
He is, and maybe instead of the checkmate attack that he was originally going for, we're just going to see his C and D pawns becoming a protagonist too if he starts pushing the pass pawns and promote it to a queen.
No more joyful, jolly beast. He
knows, last 2 minutes, he knows it's very serious now and time pressure is approaching.
I've never seen this man hold a straight face for so long. Never mind, he just broke it.
That queen check again, tickling the king. He's really liking it. Yes, because the rook, that was a great move, Android. We just show it for him.
Oh, I love his joy.
Oh God. Will MrBeast see that this is actually not winning the queen? The bishop could have taken the knight.
It's
Oh my
fine.
gosh,
He has
everything is
the
happening
passers.
so quickly.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
He could have moved the C-pawn though to not give it to Ludwig.
He celebrated just a little bit too early, and I don't want to
Goodness
say
me, my
Bota's Gambit for
heart.
the millionth time today.
That was Ludwig's last chance, that knight check.
Still
The
winning.
bishop could have captured it.
Yep, just to show one more time, MrBeast could have taken with this bishop. All right, back to the game. Still winning for white, but it is a critical endgame.
It's no longer as simple as a queen up. He now needs to be very technical about this endgame and know how to promote the pawn.
So how would white win this, Anna?
I think for now, the white king could make it to the king side, but perhaps a bishop c6 move to start with so that you prevent the black king from approaching your passed pawn. But this isn't simple at all.
He has some ideas to come chase the pawns. If he's really thinking ahead, but he only has 1 minute 30, he could prevent the king. Very tough situation to be in.
Really tough, but I can't believe we are here when MrBeast was up a queen and he even found the tactics to win the rook of Ludwig. He only just needed to spot that the bishop was controlling the square where Ludwig went for a knight fork. It was a check, the queen was hanging, but the bishop of MrBeast could have captured it if he had realized from the distance the bishop.
Oh my gosh, he found it. I was going to say, let's look into Ludwig, because Ludwig was also predicting great endgame moves here.
Okay, wait, if I check here.
It is a very difficult endgame for Ludwig still, but considering he was down a queen and could have gotten checkmate a couple of times, this is still
I think I need to get rid of this
scenario.
bishop. I think going for this pawn's a mistake. Because if I get this pawn, then he goes here, then he takes this, and then I can't go back. I'd have to go here, and then I can't move my king.
And MrBeast moves the bishop away, holding that diagonal that keeps the black king away from the pass pawn. Nicely done. Knight a6, setting up a potential knight fork. Now, MrBeast needs to move out of it, and he does play king f7 to go for the pawn.
Play. I mean,
he's playing it perfectly.
Yeah, the fact that he found this bishop concept, cutting off the king with the plan of using his king to chase these pawns. I mean, there's no way. Like, these endgame plans are very impressive to find at this level. He's seeing every attack.
Every single attack, indeed. I think Ludwig will now try to attack the white pawns with knight e4. That will attack both the d6 pawn and the f2 pawn. But it isn't that problematic if MrBeast doesn't hang the bishop too, because apart from the bishops, knight d6 will also pick up the bishop. So he's pushing the pawn, which seemed like the best move. Maybe it actually is still all right, but he's allowing knight d6.
The eval bar took a big jump. He's seeing better chess than me. I was worried to push it so early, thinking the knight might catch it. But after knight d6, king e6, no way.
After knight d6, I think white will just have to start taking the king side pawns because the bishop is gone. Let's listen to it. Ludwig, he takes on g5, but that is protected. Let's go to Ludwig's stream and see what he's saying. MrBeast is not taking it.
Wow, he just ignored it. Okay. All right, now my new plan is to draw. If I kill this pawn, then there's nothing he can do. I'm still mated. Oh no, I can move here.
Not
Fuck, I'm not
quite
stalemated at all.
True, but he does have better chances. The less pawns, the better, of course, for black.
Ludwig, I don't think you're getting stalemated here, buddy. This is not a draw.
Where will MrBeast move his king?
He's gonna
Will
get a
he
queen
find
if
the
I do
right
this.
square? And he does. That move is great. Prevents the knight from jumping to f6, and now he's ready to push the h pawn. I still can't believe what happened earlier with the hanging pieces, but
Yeah, I don't know what happened with knight g5, but that was
Yo, I can't
all right.
talk. I'm so fucking.
in the heat of time for sure.
He doesn't want to talk because he's low on time.
Ludwig gives up the knight for that pawn. That was his plan, but he cannot hold the d pawn with just the king because there will be a moment that we call Zugzwang when he has to get out of the blockade.
Now he just has to figure out to get his king to c7 and he's winning. Or e7. He's doing it. Oh my goodness. Wow.
He's doing it. King e7 and the pawn promotes next move. Textbook
I'm so happy.
technique.
I really thought I jinxed him. I really thought I did.
I guess we can still jinx the game if it's gonna be stalemate. But MrBeast is back on his A game. He did miss a winning opportunity a couple of times earlier, but now let's see that technique and if he can checkmate and not stalemate.
Got plenty of time.
The king coming closer and he knows it. I think he knows
so
it.
Happy. Wow.
Let's go! Yes! I can't believe I just beat him. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh my gosh. None of you thought I was going to beat this man. None of you. Look at that. That is right. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Did anyone just see what I just did? Holy crap. Oh my gosh.
What? I mean, remember the prediction? What was it? Like freaking 7 million to 100,000? He has a point. None of you believed in him. He came out of here literally insane tactics. What a great game from MrBeast.
It has been an amazing game. He had the upper hand for most of the game. It was only that knight f3 check moment where if he had noticed the bishop, he would have won the game much earlier. But still, even in an endgame, where it was just the extra pawns, he managed to convert it with really good technique. I am impressed. And now it is Ludwig who has to make a comeback. There will be a second game, Ludwig with the white pieces, and if he wins, we will see a tiebreaker. But will he win? MrBeast is on his A game. Let's listen in with Ludwig and see his thoughts right before the second game begins.
I don't know. I don't think I can do this much better. Yeah, I don't think I would have done this much better. Dude, he was fucking cracked as shit. His opening was nuts. That's a blunder. Oh, wow, it is a huge blunder. I didn't even fucking notice. My God. My God. I told you guys, you guys had 90-10 odds. I was like, no shot. It's 90-10. MrBeast is fucking good. He made me sweat last time, and he's making me sweat this time, too. He's fucking goated, dude. He prepares specific lines against me, and I'm a fucking one-trick. I do the same exact opening line. Although I think I could have played that endgame better. I don't think he would have played it as well. But I was low on time. I guess I had a minute. But he's definitely... Although I lost, then I have no room to trash talk, which I'm not trying to do. I don't feel too bad. Because I think the fact that he missed, like how many mates did he have, chat? Like, how many fucking mates? He had mate in 11, mate in 5, mate in 4, mate in 2, mate in 10, mate in 9, mate in 3, mate in 2, mate in 1. No, mate in 11. He had like 100 mate opportunities from the like the dead ass 20th turn, and it went 60, which means that I am not dealing with a pro. So I am allowed to make mistakes, just not as many as I currently made. This time, my battle plan with Hess lost.
I had to donate you and tell you that you missed a knight fork at the end game. You could have taken his bishop.
You missed a knight fork at the end game. I mean, the only place where I see any sort of ability to win was right here, and had nothing to do with the knight fork. This was my losing move, was not doing this. I don't know why.
Check out Learn Chess with Dr. Wolf, the virtual chess coach, available now with a 1-week free trial on both iOS and Android. If you are new to chess or just need a refresher, this is the virtual chess coach that will show you everything you need to know is the next best thing to learning from a real person. You can download it now, as I said, both on iOS and Android. Andrea, I think we need to be just as good as Dr. Wolf as coaches, because Ludwig has Robert Hess, MrBeast possibly has a coach too. It feels like he has been actually training, practicing for the tournament. Ludwig didn't expect it. He thought that he was busy, obviously, with his many YouTube channels and his poker.
None of you. Look at that.
Okay, to be fair, I thought you might.
I thought you might. It's true. Ludwig gave much better odds to MrBeast.
So we're going to be starting the next game here in
done.
So just ready. Yeah.
This is so unbelievable in a sense that MrBeast is clearly the underdog. He himself didn't believe that he was gonna have a chance, and he basically went for the attack full force, as he said, and he had a checkmate attack that ended up giving him a queen up, couple of missed opportunities, but overall he had the upper hand for the majority of the game, if not the entirety. And now with the black pieces, can he hold it? He just needs a draw.
All right. I mean, there was so many pure moments. You could see his pure joy. I'm very curious if he's been doing undercover training. We're going to find out right now, see if his opening as black is going to be solid and as the last game.
Yeah, it's probably not going to end well.
Playing the Petrov, offering the e5 pawn. This is the Russian defense. Taking on e4 is not the best, because now if the knight moves away, there's a very nasty discover check. I think he might have confused his opening preparation.
Well, or maybe there wasn't preparation. Who knows? Good point, MrBeast. Thank you.
He defends the knight.
Said, Beast. Well, based on those calculations, I think he knows he's in trouble. I'm very curious if Robert Hess, even though he's currently taking a vacation, if he had time to prepare Ludwig for this, and Ludwig knows this trap here.
I think he does, based on his last move, d3. That is the right move. If the knight moves away, then there would have been big trouble with knight c6, discover check, winning the queen, f6. MrBeast is trying to get the white knight, as in exchange for his hanging knight, but usually the f pawn push is punished by a queen check on h5. Will Ludwig see it? Will Ludwig see that he could give that check?
See, Hess, this is what happens when you take a vacation.
This could still be good if he sees the check now, because queen h5 check will lead to the e5 pawn being taken. He's not looking at it as of now.
All right, let's do this and develop with tempo.
He takes on d5, but that will have MrBeast. The guarded e5 pawn, queen h5 check was a missed opportunity. The previous move and earlier too.
Is this a Death Note track? Very fitting for Ludwig's last game.
Very fitting indeed. MrBeast might get away with this dubious opening where he could have been punished if we just quickly show it, Andrea, that queen h5 check was a very strong move, whether here instead of taking and after g6 queen takes e5 would give a check and pick up the rook in the corner. So that would have been
my goodness,
not a very good move for black pawn to g6. And even earlier without taking the knight, this queen h5 check was a very strong move. None of this happened. So the current situation is that the check is no longer that big of a deal.
Ludwig's last game, what are you trying to tell us? Yeah, guys, I mean, the Death Note music queuing, this is like the biggest upset of the century. Something isn't right. I don't know.
We have both players extremely focused. Let's tune in with Ludwig again, if we can listen to the music or his thoughts.
He's seeing it, but it's too late.
Too late.
Too late for Ludwig. Your fate has come, sir.
He still has the upper hand and he could go for ideas with a move like knight to b5. But
let's just do this. I think I beat him in a regular game of chess. So let's try to trade the queens to get my bishop and my knight out early. And then castle fast.
It makes sense for the development of the bishop, but MrBeast is out of danger. Now we are heading toward an endgame where the e5 pawn could be a weakness, but so far
let me make this
MrBeast
move.
holding on to it.
I'm worried that if I do this... Actually, no, this is fine. If I do this first, I'm hoping he goes here so I can trade. So then I can play this move.
That is smart to try to trade the bishop because he noticed that after knight d5 or knight b5,
This music
bishop
is giving
d6
me
would have
anxiety,
guarded the pawn.
unlike anything
It
I have
does give
ever
us
felt before. Holy shit.
anxiety too.
I have to say, the soundtrack is perfectly fitted for the tournament.
Very dramatic moment. MrBeast now chasing the bishop of Ludwig. The e5 pawn is becoming a target again, as it has been for the majority of this game. But no piece down, no major loss has happened. So far, it's equal material. And even if that pawn will drop, I think that's the least after this troublesome opening where MrBeast could have been down. Perhaps the rook or the king would have suffered a very big attack, knight to d4, trying to attack, but that leaves the e5 pawn hanging, and both the knight and the rook will be in the air. It's not just about the pawn anymore.
He got out of that opening. Let's see if Ludwig is going to see this.
Let's listen in.
He's not looking at it. Where is the Death Note music? What is the silence?
Let me just castle.
He didn't see it. He did not capture the pawn on e5.
He's probably going to move this bishop or this bishop soon.
I think he's too much in his head.
But this
Who
is also
knew
an
that
unprotected piece, so he might go right here.
MrBeast would be Ludwig's biggest weakness.
Who would have thought? It's all about the cat-made outfit.
Okay,
All of
that's another way
Ludwig's
to do it.
vulnerabilities.
Let's check him.
Bishop g7 guarded the pawn, so bishop e5 no longer an issue. Bishop g6 is a good move, of course, but bishop takes e5 would have been a lot bigger trouble for black.
Oh, okay.
The music
Let's
is
go back to the game. Let's go back. The other ones were good, and this one not so much. All right. So I mean, the eval bar. Sorry, Chad. Maybe you liked it. My just a little bit too aggressive for me. The eval bar has jumped drastically, Anna. I honestly don't know why. Do you?
That king on d7, unfortunately, is not very well placed. It's on the same file where Ludwig's rook is. I wonder if Ludwig will try to exploit it with a move like knight to b5 or knight e2. He's also threatening c3, which would win a piece, and the king is blocking the development of the c8 bishop. So multiple issues with that choice. I think it was a difficult one. The king didn't have many good squares to go to, but certainly d7 wasn't the right one.
Yeah, I assumed there was like a winning tactic, but yeah, this is very tricky for MrBeast. I mean, he's putting his king on this diagonal. He's blocking his own pieces. He's not doing as well as his first game, but I mean, we have found Ludwig's biggest weakness. Anything can happen. They want the music.
Pushes c5. Let's go back to Ludwig. I was gonna say,
give him music.
Hear what he thinks about c3. He already did it. He already spotted it. He's winning the piece indeed. The knight couldn't move away because of the pin on the d file.
He has to take with this one, which is even worse for him.
And even that pawn can be taken if Ludwig spots the other pin, the g3 bishop, pinning the e5 pawn.
He's back.
I want to bring my king in, but I'm...
So he saw that the e-pawn couldn't take because of the pin, but will he see that he can capture the pawn on d4?
If I could trap the king here, that seems good for me.
He did move the king to b1 with the idea of rook c1. That makes perfect sense too.
All right, yeah, so Ludwig did not take this pin pawn. Let's see. I mean, there's not many squares that black could really run out of the pin. Here he walks into another one, still pinned. You have to maybe go to like b6, which isn't very pleasant.
I wonder if MrBeast will move the king again, or will he now take this opportunity to develop the c8 bishop? It would be great to get that bishop into the game and also connect the rooks.
Yep, developing move would be very nice. It's just hard because he's already down material. So even after that, I think they take here. His position might start to crumble, but it might be the first tie break so far in PogChamps, which would be very entertaining knowing both players have practiced their bullets, so they're good under time pressure.
Yeah, it would be a blitz tiebreaker. If Ludwig manages to win this game, we will need to decide with a blitz tiebreaker who will be the overall winner of the match. But MrBeast is guaranteed at least 1 point because winning after a tiebreaker is not the same for the score as if you win 2-0 or 1.5 in the rapid portion. So doing extremely well. His own expectations, I think he already surpassed his own expectations in the first game, and he still has chances to hang in here. If Ludwig doesn't see that pawn on d4 can be taken in the future, that pawn is a pass pawn. It could cause some trouble, even if objectively the position for black is obviously lost.
You could try some tricky moves like this. I mean, he'd probably be pushed right away by the F3 pawn, but maybe he's looking for some tactics as we speak. He hasn't said a word so far, not a smile across his face. He's completely zoned in.
It's a very different MrBeast in comparison to the one that played the first game with the all-in attack. He did so well in that game, and maybe some of his energy is being drained by that first game. It was a long game. In the end, it was a minor piece endgame that he had to win. But what a game it was for MrBeast. And I believe that even though Ludwig obviously is up a piece, he's the higher rated player, but everyone makes mistakes and Ludwig can still go wrong too. So I'm expecting that the evaluation bar will still have a few swings here and there. Maybe not fully, depends on how Ludwig will continue. Let's see if Bishop G4 or any other move that MrBeast is considering. He's taking very seriously this decision.
Yeah, who knows? He's been letting his clock run for a while. Maybe he's thinking of his next thumbnail. Maybe he's trying to write down Ludwig in his notebook. We don't know what he's thinking about, but we're hoping he's calculating. But he's lower than half the time here. It's getting tricky.
He has never spent this much time in the match, not even when he was close to checkmate and could have calculated checkmates. I'm really wondering if he didn't see that it's his turn. Okay, we've got to move. He did see it. He was just very focused on whether to move the king, the bishop, or the rook. Rook d8. He's guarding that pawn that is...
Oh my God, Ludwig doesn't take it.
Yeah, it could have still been taken because both the white rook and the knight were attacking it. Ludwig gives the check that he wanted. He wanted to get the rook to the c file.
And yes, I did steal that joke from chat. I have no problem admitting to it.
I always fall for all the jokes, the memes, the pranks. Well, is Ludwig falling for any of that? Let's listen in with him and what does he think of the current situation? Extremely focused, and rook c5 is a great move, putting pressure on the central pawn of MrBeast. That's a pawn that was in trouble from the beginning, and now it's being taken.
Ludwig's getting more comfortable.
And the music is getting more cheerful too.
Check. Take. If he moves forward, he might not see the backwards bishop. Although that will pin myself, actually. So I actually have to take with my rook. Interestingly, right? Oh. Okay. Or
that was totally missed. That was a mistake.
That is a good move. I could just fucking blunder, smiley face.
Oh no, the tilt is coming.
The sneaky rook of MrBeast coming in from the left to swing over to the right and capture that hanging bishop. All right.
Still, though, he can press the time here. So
let's just quickly show Andrea what happened there with the rook a6 move and what was the choice of Ludwig later. So rook takes e5, rook a6, and Ludwig didn't see the threat on the g6 bishop.
It was very sneaky. He's been tunnel visioning, whatever that word is, all day. So, you know, sometimes happens to me in real life chess. When they move so small in the corners, don't see it. We're getting old, you know? Our eyes aren't good.
Exactly. We are all getting old here. Young lady, I'm like twice as old as you, but we're certainly getting very old. And that was missed, meaning that now the evaluation bar is back to practically equality. MrBeast with the chances here to save the game. And if he holds it, he will be winning the match of today.
All right. I mean, MrBeast pushing with the pass pawn He has the battery here. Everything is perfectly aligned, but he's not going to be able to get that pawn further much more. It's not an easy plan. Maybe he could finally activate his bishop. Ludwig can still block. There's a lot of ideas here for black.
I can't believe that from a piece of it ended up being equal material, equal number of pawns. No, I'm very bad at counting. It's not equal number of pawns and not equal number of pieces if the bishop is taken.
He didn't see it last time. Never mind. My prediction is wrong. All right.
He ends up seeing it and capturing it. Let's listen in with Ludwig now. What a relief for him.
That we're 1200 rated at best.
MrBeast cannot
MrBeast is just very generous, and he always likes to return the favor. Ludwig gives him a bishop, he gives a bishop. I mean, he's known for giving things away. Come on.
Indeed, he's always very generous. But this one was a bit painful to him because he just made it back into the game with chances to hold, and then he blundered his bishop back.
However, he did squeeze. I guess last endgame he was winning. But his endgame play matches Ludwig's pretty close. However, Ludwig has so many extra pawns as long with this knight. And yep, just simplify. Okay, I think this is GG.
Takes with the rook indeed. Now it's up a knight and 2 pawns as well. Ludwig just needs to create a pass pawn. He can try to either take another pawn on the queen side or the king side and then create a pass pawn. Slowly but surely, this I think he will convert with great technique. Now the knight is heading over to the king side.
Yep, Ludwig is coming with the knight, hoping to chase this pawn. Maybe plan some forks later, who knows? I think with the extra 4 minutes, I'm going to take the risk and jinx that I don't think Ludwig is going to throw again.
Yeah, this is already a huge advantage. And with no more pieces left that can be blundered, it's only the knight that could be left hanging. But I think with less pieces, less trouble. Also, this A pawn is running now, trying to promote. If A5, the black king will catch that pawn, but that also means that MrBeast will not have a chance to defend on the king side. Great technique by Ludwig.
Pepe is in the chat. Everyone thinks that just because he lost those pawns. No, guys, I think he was sacrificing because he has 3 freaking pass pawns and a knight. It doesn't matter if he loses the pawns on the other side of the board.
Yes, I think he did it on purpose indeed. That's a technique that you can use the distant pass pawn to drive the king to that side of the board and you win on the other flank.
All right. Get the knight out of there, first and foremost.
Get the knight out of there. He wants to win it as a king and pawn.
Second, let's block him from going to the right.
The only way we can confirm if there was some under-the-table bribing is if we get a stalemate.
I think it will be a very unlikely scenario that Ludwig doesn't win this endgame. He seems to know and be very sure of what he's doing in this king and pawn endgame. He didn't even want the knight to be part of it.
He's got the whole back row.
Always looking for squares. He's very aware
if I go
of
here,
the stalemate
he has
threat.
the whole back row. He's the whole
Many
back
squares.
row.
No stalemate.
Actually, let's just go around. Let's go here. Let's promote there.
Interesting king maneuver.
You got all. These 2 are yours.
Oh, wait. Oh, God. Wait.
If he goes way too close, though, if he goes to F8, he can still stalemate.
It's over.
Wait, did you just see what he arrowed? He literally just arrowed that he wants to bring his king to F8. Am I the only one who saw that?
I saw it too, and that's what I'm saying, that he can still stalemate if he actually executes the drawn arrows.
I was joking about the bribing, but maybe I was right. MrBeast beating himself up. Wait, no, Ludwig definitely just doing it for content. There's no way.
If I play G7, then I'm attacking this.
Okay, now he's switching.
This guy's protecting.
What is he doing?
The king blocks this square, and it's attacking this square.
There's no way he doesn't know how to win this.
In fact, it'll be a
He's
forced
super
move.
cautious about not stalemating. Now he realized that the king maneuver he was aiming for is not the best.
Imagining the king is here, and my pawn is here.
Let's
I'll
look
go
at
up
his
1.
Arrows.
And then
He's
the
calling
king
Ludwig Mr.
is forced
Beast.
to go down.
Trying to call him.
Okay, he didn't. All right.
No stalemate. And Ludwig not noticing that his opponent is trying to make a phone call.
Okay, check. As long as I check,
Mr.
I'm
Beast
fine.
giving
I
his
forgot he
hitman
could go
a
back.
call.
All right.
Okay, I think he got it.
He can take me here. But it doesn't matter. I'll get a queen.
Now he has to be careful though, because if the king comes closer, that is a stalemate.
I mean,
Okay, let's
I've
go.
only heard of a few people who didn't answer Mr. Beast's phone call. It did not end well for them. You always pick up the phone when
Here?
Mr. Beast calls.
Very
Ludwig.
true.
What are you
Very
doing?
true.
I just gotta
The
keep that
money
square
you
open.
could get is much higher than this prize fund. There we go.
Checkmate on the board. What a comeback by Ludwig. Mr. Beast applauding Ludwig's performance in the second game.
All right, looks like we're gonna have a very exciting tiebreaker, the first one of the tournament. I can't wait. And they're
Stressful
both
for
very
what?
speedy players.
This game had it all. Ludwig was mainly in control, but he did have a couple of moments where he gave the chances back to Mr. Beast. And I think that final blunder of the bishop for Mr. Beast, bishop f5, that was where that really hurt him. He was just back in the game, fought his way back, and then he blundered the bishop away. But as you said, Andra, this means that we're gonna have our first ever tiebreaker in PogChamps 4. So we're gonna give the players a few minutes to get ready for a sudden death blitz game. It's going to be 3 minutes with 2-second increment, and the first player to win a game will win the match. Let's tune in with Ludwig and see his preparation and how he feels now.
Yeah, best from game 1 and 2 gets a pick. I assume it's me, right? I crushed him that game. Oh, what? Okay, you know what? I think he gets the higher cap score. What is that, dude? Holy shit, I threw a fucking quarter. Oh, I got smoked. All right, well, he's going to start with white. I got to piss. My God. All right. What's the time rule? I'll figure it out. Don't try this at home, kids. I'm nervous. Oh my God, I've never been so stressed out in my life. Stay with me. Motherfucking Mr. Beast, better cap score. Stay with me. I don't know the cap scores, but I think he crushed me enough game 1 that it don't matter. Oh wait, he did call me.
Forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Oh.
2.
Oh shit. Okay, no, nothing leaked. Oh my God. Why did it automatically go and immediately? Oh, that was terrifying. That was terrifying. Thank God there are more numbers. He did call me. Yeah, I didn't even notice. I got 3 missed calls. Hey, that just proves I'm not cheating. Hello.
Hey, I was gonna say, hurry up and end me. Jesus, it took you like 45 minutes to kill my last little piece there at the end.
Dude, I was nervous, all right?
Well, I'm winning this next game. Sorry for beating you.
Why does he have to be better than me at chess? Why? Like, can I have one thing? All right? He's got every single sector I am in better than me. He's better than me at YouTube. All right? He's better than me at making mogul moves. My catchphrase is mogul moves. That's a fucking joke next to MrBeast. Okay? Does more charity. Better at me in poker. All right?
Well, Ludwig was telling us how MrBeast is better than him at everything. But, Ludwig, I think you look better in a cat suit.
In a cat-made suit, which is what the players have agreed on. Absolutely high stakes from their Twitter banter. Andra, thank you for reminding us on. It's not just for the 20K first prize, but also who's going to wear that cat-made suit. MrBeast agreed to the additional stakes that Ludwig has suggested, and now he has the white piece as a reminder. This is the tiebreaker. The rapid match, it was 1-1. Both have won 1 game each, and now whoever wins this game or the next game, whoever wins the first game was winning the match overall. 3 minutes with a 2-second increment. It's a lot shorter time control. Let's see who's going to be the speedier and more accurate player.
Was that MrBeast clearing his throat? I kept hearing in my ear. I think he's getting out all the nerves.
Ludwig has abandoned his beloved Scandinavian. He no longer pushed d5 here on the first move. I went for the more classical e5.
Yep. I mean, he didn't do well with e4 from the black pieces, but I think he's much more comfortable now.
More tunes to accompany this very, very tense game. Everything is on the line in this blitz game.
Questionable? Maybe this was his plan? If I take here and he takes... Let me go here. Bolster my defenses. Oh my god, there's only 3 minutes? Ah! Oh my god. Oh, what?
I was wondering why Ludwig is taking it so chill. He now has realized that it's a blitz tiebreaker indeed. It's no
This is
longer
bad.
10
He's just
minutes
gonna take
rapid.
and then go here.
MrBeast refused to trade bishops, but now I'm a bit worried if he places that bishop on a4, it would be trapped with b5. He comes back to c4. That's the better decision to not let the bishop get trapped and locked in.
Ooh, wow. Ludwig is trading off his strong dark square bishop. He's going for this pawn push, maybe thinking he's going to get this d4, but now he's created a huge weakness on the e5 square.
At the same time, he's got the tempo here. He's got the initiative with the capture, attacking the bishop, and there could be further pawn pushes in the center. I think he's doing great because the king of MrBeast is still in the center. Let's see if he will play e4 or d4 and go aggressive.
And isn't this bishop trapped now? Actually, I missed this. After a6, can't come here. If it comes here, it's getting forked.
Yes, I think, Andrea, that was the explanation of the evaluation by showing so much advantage for white, but for black, sorry, I mean for Ludwig, it would have been the right plan. a6, as you pointed out, the bishop running out of space. It wasn't spotted. d4 actually gives space to that bishop. It looks like a strong move, but not as strong as getting that free piece.
Yep, now MrBeast gets to save this guy. a6 no longer works. Bishop's just going to retreat. I do like what you said about the king in the center, but I think if MrBeast gets his castle in the next few moves, he can play against this weakness now that he's not going to be down a piece.
Indeed, he could turn the tables if he gets to castle, and then the e5 pawn will be hanging. Bishop g4, because of the pin, it still looks scary if black gets to push e4, but there's also a pin over the e5 that e-pawn cannot take on f3, not without a Botas gambit.
All right. Oh, I'm making errors, but they're not showing. There we go. Yeah, there were quite a few pins. I mean, here I think white could have even taken here, but okay, we're trading, putting the queen on the strong diagonal. Like you said, this pawn is pinned. A nice rook file right here, putting pressure on d4. Lots of piece activity here.
I started to like this position now more for white because white is out of trouble after castling. Those pawns of Ludwig are looking very strong in the center, but they also started to become really vulnerable. The d4 pawn will be hanging after the queen moves. Let's listen in with Ludwig and see what he thinks, or hear what he thinks about the situation. Oh my, he's worried about bishop a3, but that bishop is hanging.
The time, Ludwig.
"45 seconds left. Both players are below a minute. c3, MrBeast has the right idea to try to get the bishop into the game. If d3,
bishop takes pawn would be beautiful, but no time.
But if he doesn't see it, then his bishop is hanging on b5, so he has to find bishop takes d3.
Oh god, the time.
But both queens are hanging. This is a crazy position with no time for either player.
MrBeast dropped that bishop. He missed that black could take with check, and his counterattack did not work. But now he just needs to play the clock. He has 23 seconds. He doesn't have time to think.
Indeed. He has to move the bishop. There's only one square. He's giving up the bishop too. Now he's going to be 2 pieces down. I think Ludwig will not let this chance slip with 2 pieces up.
So he just needs to try to pre-move everything, stop this pawn, bring these pieces together. Oh god, the rook. But Ludwig has quite a time advantage. He doesn't see it though. He didn't take on a2. Now there's no passed pawn. It's not that scary for white anymore, except for the time.
The time and the 2 extra knights. This is now also the rook with the knight fork. Ludwig is taking every single piece one by one.
Ludwig is cleaning it up. I mean, I know that MrBeast played some bullet, but I think Ludwig had a huge upper hand here.
Yes, and he put a lot of pressure on MrBeast, which he managed to dodge for quite some time, but in the end, with that hanging bishop and the queens being traded in the wrong way, he ended up being down on material. Now it's so much material up. It could only be this miraculous pass pawn that somehow, if it gets through the 7th rank, will it make it?
Yeah,
if b takes a6, b7, but now b8 is a threat and b takes a2 is a threat.
Wait a second. Oh my god.
B7,
White is winning.
Two squares to promote. 2 squares to promote, so he cannot stop both. But he's going to the wrong square with the king now. The knight can move away with a check.
Knight check. Oh god. Oh no, that was
so close. He had to go elsewhere. He had to go elsewhere. Now the rook stops the pawn. That was almost
so
a miracle. Absolute miraculous comeback it could have been.
I mean, yeah, Black's going to clean up the pawns, and we're going to have literally what just happened in the last game, exact same end game. And Ludwig has plenty of time compared to MrBeast. But that was insane. He didn't have time to double check, you know?
Yeah, with such low time for both, obviously, this is a 3 minute plus 2 second increment blitz game. A lot faster time control than the regular PogChamps time control. It makes sense that neither player has spotted how dangerous that B pass pawn became. It almost ended up being the absolute hero of the story.
Yep. Well, I don't think he's gonna, last time Ludwig was baiting the stalemate, but he knows exactly what he's doing. He's bringing out the king. Could still potentially be stalemate, but no, Ludwig has no mercy. Literally 50. Wait, there was increment. I didn't realize there was increment.
Yes, there's a 2 second increment, so 3 minute plus 2 second increment. He has now collected a lot of time, went all the way up to a minute.
No!
On the clock.
I'm sorry.
Well, we have another tiebreaker.
Yes.
I love MrBeast's reaction.
Oh my god, dude.
I think
I had a
Ludwig
minute
thought
on the
he had
clock.
no
I didn't
time.
realize that time was added. I got nervous.
Yeah, exactly.
That is so
Didn't know there was
funny, dude.
increment.
He got nervous. He didn't realize the increment. That makes now more sense why he was so fast when he actually collected a lot of time. But that means that the match is
So
still
what,
tied.
what
These
happens
two
now? I
don't
play as
wanna
black, or
finish
is it
the
just considered a
show.
draw?
I think Ludwig just really wants to spend time with MrBeast. This is why he's given us 2 tiebreakers.
I think so too. This is gonna go on for a long time.
They just love each other
buddies
too
now.
much.
Best buddies now. Step away, Magnus Carlsen, no longer best friends. It's MrBeast now, the new best friend, the new chess best friend of Ludwig.
Maybe they'll wear cat
Dude.
suits together. Cutie
He's a
Cinderella,
fucking
you're replaced.
fighter. I cannot crack him.
He says he cannot.
I cannot
him.
crack this fucker. He doesn't quit.
Cute and MrBeast just giggling in the background, laughing to himself.
This is epic. I cannot believe it. Andrea, let's replay that final move. Oh, actually, we don't have
my
time to
God,
replay
they're
it,
not
'cause it's
waiting.
Game on. Game on. They are not waiting. This is now the second Blitz tiebreaker. Well, they're going to be playing until someone wins the game. So sudden death means whoever wins first is winning the entire match as a tiebreaker. Both players will get at least a point. The loser gets a point because of scoring in the rapid. But we are ready now for the second sudden death blitz game where Ludwig will have the white pieces.
I'm starting to think they made a deal. Ludwig wanted to squeeze the longest YouTube video possible from this match. And MrBeast agreed. Makes sense. In the end, they are big YouTubers. So I think I know what's going on.
It's all about creating amazing content.
That's what they're doing right now. What is this? Why is the time ticking?
Hello? We need to call him. MrBeast, maybe you could call him, but we set the time back, obviously, since Ludwig didn't realize that the game started. It's fair that it goes back to 3 minutes, but will MrBeast see now that he has to make a move too?
I didn't steal that joke. I came up with it on my own chat this time. Shut up. All right. Hopefully, oh God, hopefully we don't have the same thing. The bang, and if Ludwig learned anything from his last game, he'll see the check, but he probably didn't analyze. Okay,
so he doesn't go for the capture. He deviates from something that worked very well for him in the previous game, even if he didn't immediately spot why it was working. Well, this is a pawn sacrifice now, but if MrBeast castles or plays queen e7, yeah, both are interesting.
This is looking nice. Now the roles have reversed. MrBeast is eyeing the file of the king. This is looking nice for black. Oh, actually, no, Eval Bauer is in white's favor.
Yes, because white can push d4 to support the knight and chase away the bishop, but Ludwig didn't see it.
Neither did I. It's embarrassing.
It's all right, Andrea. You don't play these openings.
I only play the
London system.
I don't push
we have
the
a queen
e-pawn.
trade.
Only the elitists push just the d-pawn and never, ever do anything else. All right.
Way more.
We do have a queen trade.
Holy fuck. What a choke for me too, though.
A very symmetrical position, equal material, equal in every possible sense. But we need to see who will develop their pieces faster and more efficiently.
MrBeast really likes to play these counter-active attacking moves.
He does. He instead of moving the bishop away,
and he doesn't double check them either.
Mm-hmm.
He just
very
does
fast. But it worked out well for him in the first game that he was really brave and went for the attack. And now this rook on the second rank is impressive. Will he take on c2 and can guard the c7 pawn at the same time?
I'm fucked.
Bishop b7 is a good move too to develop and might take on f3. Knight d4 I like by Ludwig if he ends up playing it, although I'm just realizing maybe I shouldn't like it. Rook e4 is tricky. Attacking both, he could still get out of it by going back to e3 with the bishop. So now if the rook goes squares up to the light square, then it will be attacking the knight and the bishop. Will Ludwig, in case of rook e4, will Ludwig spot that there's a way to save the two pieces?
And now Beast could eye the g2 square. That would be a very nice threat.
Bishop to e3 is a very important move that Ludwig has spotted. This was the only way in which he could basically save both pieces. So rook a4, look at that,
really
Mr.
like
Beast.
his active play. He's been
loves
bringing
those
all
rook
his
swings.
pieces. Yeah, he really
Indeed.
does. That's true. Okay, nice defense. I would love to see some sneak attack over here on g2 with the bishop eyeing and potentially the rook.
And knight c6, again, a great move because it develops the only piece that was still sitting on the back rank. This is such a classically, traditionally, very well played game by both players. We're seeing an opposite colored bishop endgame. What?
I know. No, I mean, they have both been playing. Okay, never mind. MrBeast has been playing way above his level today. Ludwig, did he start at 1200 or something?
They have been playing very well.
Oh,
Ludwig
this is a
didn't
different time. It's a different time.
Yeah, this is Blitz ratings now. Ludwig didn't play his best in the first game, but he made a really important comeback in the second game. So overall, I think from the second game when we can say that they have played above expectations, MrBeast certainly playing above his own expectations.
Ooh, this bishop can't move. I guess he could go to d2, but oh god, not another stalemate, Steven. They're going to simplify everything. Ludwig really likes to simplify here, but
g5, so aggressive. And yes, if that pawn is taken, that's what Andrea said. The rook on e1 is hanging with the two rooks attacking. King f1, well spotted that you need protection, more protection on e1.
Ludwig is no longer falling for MrBeast tricks.
g4, Jimmy going for the attack, even in an endgame. Will he play g3? g3 trying to undermine the e3 bishop's protection.
Dude, this plan, I don't know if that was his plan from the beginning, but this is genius. Attacking
if the pawn is taken, the bishop drops. Indeed. So whether pawn takes or pawn push, the bishop drops. Ludwig should not touch that f-pawn, should play something else.
Leave it there. I think now... Oh. Okay, it looks like the line is trading the rooks. And then once you trade everything, white can win the pawn on g2. I mean, sorry, black.
Could be the case. The move order will matter, though. He takes on f2 first, and that allows the bishop to guard e1 too. So now the g2 pawn will no longer be left alone.
He had to start with the check, and he could have won a pawn and had a favorable endgame, but this is still very close.
Yeah, although with opposite colored bishops, even a pawn up wouldn't be that big of a deal. Unfortunately, these endgames are very difficult to win.
That's true. Typically, opposite colored bishops are a draw, but I think at this level, I'm assuming under time pressure that it'd be a blunder, but maybe they're slowing down using the increment. I'll be careful.
So focused, both of them not saying a word. This is now a rook trade, maybe a second rook trade too, going full on in that bishop endgame where both have it very difficult to win, also to lose. You would practically need to blunder a piece, I think, in this situation for making it losing. That's
Anna,
how
what do you
difficult
think?
It is.
Do you predict a draw? Uh-oh. Maybe
I jinxed it because now the white king can make it to the king side. The G2 pawn is hanging, but so is the F5 pawn. Neither of them are taken.
Oh God,
now the
anything
B5 pawn
could
is
happen.
sacrificed. The bishop is hanging. Now MrBeast takes.
So I'm assuming black, all they have to do is just keep this pawn defended.
Yes, you gotta keep that pawn defended. Yep. And going back to b6 wasn't really needed. That allows white to get a bit more space, maybe push b4 in the right moment. Still should be very difficult for white to win. But in a blitz game, both of them on 40 seconds, anything can happen.
This looks like another draw to me. I mean, they're both defending all their pawns.
They are here to play the whole night. They really want this budding friendship to continue through chess games.
I mean, I'm just, at this point, I don't believe that there wasn't a deal. Like, this would be the third tiebreak. I don't understand. There's no way it's not for content.
And it's no way it's not for that catmate too. Let's not forget. Maybe they want to wear it together. Oh, C6 though is a mistake. It allows white to create a pass pawn by taking it and then promote it. You can't even stop it properly.
I stand corrected. I'm always jinxing things.
MrBeast making a mistake in the final moment. He was holding on for so long.
He had to just move his bishop around and just patiently wait.
Ludwig is not pushing the pawn just yet. But if he's not pushing just yet, black can stop it. It's not completely over, especially if MrBeast manages to take the c pawn. No, he's not in time. Ludwig pushed it.
Yep, he didn't give him this pawn. Even that, white would have had the correct bishop to win that endgame once he's sacked. But Ludwig is playing very carefully. He's not giving him any chances.
Playing extremely careful, defending the pawn, and then he will push the c pawn. Good technique here by Ludwig, who put a lot of pressure on MrBeast in a drone endgame. But even drone endgames under time pressure, you can make a mistake, and that pawn push of MrBeast, the c pawn push, was the big mistake. He knows it. He knows that he might not get another chance at a stalemate with the queen down.
I mean, with Ludwig's performance today, if I was MrBeast, I'd say him 50-50. Just staying hopeful. But no, I think Ludwig has learned his lesson too many times today.
I think he learned it. I think this will lead to a checkmate. He's taking the last pawn of MrBeast, making sure that he cannot lose on time. Or even if he loses on time, he wouldn't lose the full point.
Yep, I had a feeling, he wants to feel confident. He knows how to checkmate with two queens. There we go. Nice.
That was such an impressive match.
What did I do wrong?
What a relief for Ludwig.
Ludwig looks so relieved.
That was the fucking hardest chess game I have ever played in my life. Holy
well done,
shit.
Ludwig.
And well done, MrBeast. What a fight this has been.
That was crazy. I mean, I have to say, I completely underestimated MrBeast. And after today, I will never do it again. I can't wait to hear what they have to say in the interviews.
We will be joined by the players shortly. And yes, this has been mind-blowing. The way MrBeast has basically surpassed everyone's expectations, including his own expectations of his play. We almost had a third tiebreaker. This has been such an epic battle, and we can't wait to hear the thoughts of Ludwig and MrBeast. So in a very short moment, the players will join us. And until then, here's a bit of a reminder on our charity initiative.
Oh man.
And we are being joined by the heroes of today's show, MrBeast and Ludwig. We thought that this match would never end. We were so close to a third tiebreaker. Ludwig, congratulations, but let me also congratulate your opponent because MrBeast, it felt like you surpassed your own expectations. What a match it has been.
Yeah, it was funny because before the match, you guys said like, what was it? They bet 3 million points on Lud and only 100,000 on me. And I was like, oh no, now I gotta win. That was funny.
I liked when you pointed out chat and you said, none of you believed in me. I mean, I have to say, okay, have you been doing like undercover training with Hikaru or tell us the secrets? I thought you've been playing poker.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same as last year. Lud, you literally do the same thing every single game. I know your first 25 moves like the back of my hand. I'm not going to win a single other match the rest of this tournament, but here's what you do against Ludwig, right? He's going to move his pawn in front of his king. You move yours in front of your queen. Or no, sorry, if you're white, you move your pawn from your king. He moves one from the queen. You take it. He takes it with his queen. You move your knight. I know the first 25 moves. I honestly could have pre-moved them all, but I was worried you would notice. And then, so I had to like literally sit here and count to 10 and then move and then count to 10. And there's like a part where there's a free pawn and I didn't take it because I still had 10 more moves to make. And I was just like, we're doing these. And like, I just had someone literally study your last like 200 games. And like, you do the same thing every time. It's hilarious. So like we were at the exact spot 20 moves in that I knew we were going to be in.
I'm not going to stand for this defamation. Yes, it is true that I do the same moves. But last year, I thought you were like into chess because Queen's Gambit just came out. I thought you were like all hype on it. This year, all right, I've been seeing you've been into a lot of poker and you texted me. I have no idea what I am doing. You're def going to win. Ha. So I was like, oh, this jabroni's going to be trash.
You had it. You could have literally moved like any other pawn in the game and I was screwed. I'd be like trying to take a pawn that's not there and be like, oh, what do I do? My plan's ruined.
Well, I had prepared lines because you have a secret account. I had prepared lines for what your main account does because you do the same thing as me.
No, I don't have a secret account.
Wait, what? So you just studied? You just looked at the lines and just remembered it?
Danny helped me, and then it's literally predictable. It's like I can literally, if I'm looking at a chessboard, I can say it out loud what I'm supposed to.
Okay, no, please don't say. Wait, this is gonna ruin my chess.
I got other competitors. Pawn, take, move my knight out, other pawn, move my bishop in the hole, knight, pawn, other bishop, queen, knight. And then
there's nothing wrong with memorizing an opening.
No, I memorized the first 15 moves.
Magnus said the openings don't even matter.
Yeah, they don't.
Dude,
it's just that was funny.
Game one, you lit me up.
Yeah. Well, then the other time I was white, you didn't do it, so my whole plan fell apart.
Yeah, well, obviously, I realized pretty quickly that you knew every single thing I was going to do. So then I was like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. So if I don't know what I'm going to do, he doesn't know what I'm going to do.
If anyone else is playing Ludwig and Pogs, just let me know. I can show you exactly what to do.
I thought we got along pretty well.
You can play with the blindfold. How about that? You can make your first 20 moves, go use the bathroom, come back, and then play.
All right.
I'm surprised it worked that well, especially after I did it last year. But this year, I just had a way better idea. We just, like last year, I only did like 3 or 4 moves.
Dude.
And this time, we just did 20.
Yeah, you rolled me game one. I was so nervous the rest of the games. Do you even have nerves anymore?
Oh, I was beyond nervous. My hands were sweating.
Really? Can I tell them about our conversation? Can I tell Twitch chat?
Go for it.
About poker? Because we were talking right before the match. I was literally on the toilet 5 feet away from me right now, pooping. And I was texting Jimmy. And Jimmy was like, oh, you're so going to win. And I was like, fuck yeah, I'm going to win. Little did I know. And then we were talking about poker. And I've seen he's been playing with Tom Dwan and Phil Hellmuth, who are like the best poker players, legends. And I'm like, yeah, all you do is play poker. If you ever want to do heads up, let me know. Just as like some consolation. In my mind, I was like, he's been practicing poker. I'm going to destroy him in chess, and then I'll go play him in poker. And then he says this, and I quote, 100K heads up. And I'm like, bro, I can't do 100K. The summithon's over. And then I say 10K. He goes, no, I need you to be nervous.
It's true. Poker's easier when your opponent's nervous.
Yeah, but I feel like you don't succumb to nerves as much. Dude, I was freaking out that entire. That's why I stalemated game 3. I almost stalemated game 4, right, guys? I feel like I was damn.
We were worried that you might be close, but you clinched it, and you were so much more cautious. Yes, but this was an incredible match, as you said, Ludwig. The first game MrBeast said all in on that attack. You said going in with the force, and you literally were checkmating Ludwig's king. It was a miracle, Ludwig, that you got away with it. There were a few missed opportunities there, and it ended up being a minor piece endgame.
Yeah, that's when I realized. I was like, wait, this guy literally prepared everything, because he had
no idea what I was doing.
There was like 5 checkmate opportunities. I saw them. You missed every one. I was like, wait, this guy has no idea what to do after move 20.
Yeah, that's where his preparation
and then
cut off.
just I was told after move 20 to just jam everything on the side your king was. So like it was basically everything was ready, and then the second you castle, it's just like move. Put everything on that side of the board and just pray. And it worked.
Hey, look, at the end of the day, the 2 content creators in this tournament had to put on a show after the resident sleeper snooze fests from the Minx and Tectone matches.
Yeah, we did have some brutal slaughter earlier on today. So yeah, Ludwig, that's why you were playing so badly, right?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
It's all about the content.
It was all about
always.
the content, obviously. That's
You
what I
wanted
was
to
seeing.
save the whole Chess.com team. We really appreciate it. I did have a question for you, though. You always like flaunt. You know, you have Robert Hess. You're the most prepared for anything. Even when you were playing me hand and brain, I didn't know what to do. How do you feel that you really got out-prepared by a man who put his repetition on his phone and just read it like a little notebook?
All right, look, Jimmy came to my turf and damn near fucked me up. I'm ready to go to your turf and see if I can take you down. All right, and we'll see. I'm going to prepare as hard as I can. Forget about chess. Forget about that prep. I'm willing to do your 25K heads up match. Okay. And I'm going to prepare for you so hard. I'm going to study. I'm going to DM Phil Hellmuth and wait for him to reply to me fervently.
You're just going to have the first 20 hands pre-played in your head.
Yeah. But actually, I'm going to like remember exactly what pieces. I wanted 10K chat. He said nothing under 25K or he won't do it because I need to be nervous.
Let's do it. That, or as long as I get white every time, I'm down to play chess. I had no idea what to do when I was black pieces because we only prepared on white side.
I don't want to put it on chess. I can't. My heart can't handle playing you chess. I literally won a chess tournament last weekend. All right, beating everyone's ass. Saldosh, Andrea, literally washing them with megaballs. You're the one person I'm scared of in chess now. I'm not playing you.
You literally said you can't crack this man. MrBeast, you are the new arch enemy of Ludwig at chess. This has been insane. It felt like the match was never going to end.
It's just me too. The other people, it's like he doesn't even practice for.
Nope, I don't care. It's only him. And the sad thing is next year, he's going to know. So he's just, I can't win next year. I wish I could, man, it's just so funny. Now I don't know what to do with this information.
Hey, next time we play, I'll just promise to do the same opening line.
I mean, can you?
Yeah.
It just keeps going in my head. Pawn.
For you, MrBeast, I'll do it for you.
Pawn, bishop.
It's like reading a bedtime story for you.
It is. It's just like going repetitive in my head.
Oh
I didn't look at the notes while we were playing. So I just was like, leading up to it, I was like, pawn, take, knight, pawn.
Fun fact, if you do that with the other players, you will literally just win. You'll destroy them.
And are we going to get to see MrBeast in a cat suit?
I never
high stakes.
I don't know where you were getting that. Show me where I agreed to this.
I don't know. I read it somewhere on the internet in the dark web.
People are saying it on Twitter. You might as well give it to them.
I saw signed MrBeast.
Well, like I said, unlike Ludwig, I don't have a cat-made outfit at my house.
I will buy one and fly to you and put it on you.
I mean,
and Ludwig getting a little bit more intimate.
If I get to spend a day with you, then I mean, at least there's some upside.
Deal. I'm gonna go.
We might have a screen capture.
Cat-made outfit. In fact,
where is it? I said, unlike you, I don't own a cat-made outfit. That's not me agreeing.
Well, no, you said if I get white first, you know, there's an implication. Hey, I'm gonna show up to your place with 2 cat-made outfits, and we'll do hand in hand cat-mades.
Yeah, and the 99% of my followers not watching this are gonna be like, what the hell is going on with them?
It'll go on my Instagram, so no one will ever see it.
Oh, okay. Sure.
5 head.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I think Ludwig just wanted to spend a lot of time with MrBeast, as we could have seen from all those tiebreakers.
Yeah.
But thank you guys, and congratulations, Ludwig, for the hard-earned win. MrBeast with an outstanding performance. We'll see you guys have a rematch in the poker. For Ludwig's gonna be playing with the price of his house, putting his life on the line.
I'm sad. What do I do with this information?
You can still use it.
I'm not a good
MrBeast.
chess player. I just only know how to beat Ludwig. That's it. That's the only thing.
Do the same thing in poker and beat my ass there. I pretty much play the same way every time.
I have a plan for you, Mr. Beast, though, because if you two make it to the same bracket of the tournament, you can still face each other in the championship bracket.
Someone needs to beat him so that I can just train and pay someone
Mr.
to
Beast,
study all
go
his
train
games.
his next opponent.
Jimmy, no. Come on, please. Come
Send him the phone notes.
I'm gonna,
It's not
yeah.
hard.
Oh yeah, I got it right here.
You just post them on
Alright.
Twitter.
I'm gonna
Make it
have to send
accessible
Danny
for
a
all.
stern DM to go fuck off.
Yeah, shout out to Danny. He's the real G.
No, do not shout out Danny. Danny, you're
Shout
dead
out
to
to
me.
Danny. Everyone follow him on whatever he uses.
Danny Wrench.
Poor Robert going down against Danny as a coach.
Hess
Poor
is
guy's on his
dude.
vacation and in the Bahamas.
Yeah, me and Hess won our one tournament. We're good now.
Don't you feel a little bit stranded now, Ludwig? No coach.
You know what? Here's my thing. I already won the Rivals event, so if I lose this, I just have to say I won the Rivals event and I don't care about this.
That's fair. That's fair. How much? Oh, I guess, you raise money for charity, but what is this
5 head
prize fund
deflecting.
again? It's like, well, what's the first place? 20.
All I care about the money for this is recouping what I'll lose in poker.
Yeah, you could actually get almost enough to play a poker match with Mr. Beast if you won.
Wait, what? Is it 25K for first?
I think it's like 20. Or am I wrong?
20K. You need a few more subs to add to it.
Maybe another short subathon. First place PogChamps, and looks like that's a poker game.
All right. Interesting. Interesting. Cool. This is good information to have.
All right.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you guys
Thanks so much for joining us, and all the best for the rest.
Thank
This
you,
was
guys.
epic.
Pleasure, Jimmy.
Pleasure as well. Later, boys.
What a match this has been, Andrea. We thought it was never gonna end. This budding friendship, chess buddies, Mr. Beast and Ludwig. I think Magnus Carlsen is truly being replaced here because he used to be the best chess buddy of Ludwig, but this match, it felt like they just kept going, kept playing.
That's a collab I'd like to see. Mr. Beast and Magnus Carlsen, the competition.
Yeah, that would be crazy. But we do have a lot more action coming up tomorrow. PogChamps 4 continues every single day. Basically, we're going to have I Am Cristinini, one of the top Spanish streamers, facing the Magic the Gathering genius Crockies tomorrow as our first matchup. Mr. Beast will be back tomorrow already to play against 5UP, and Rubius will also have this time his second match against Pons, two of the Spanish participants, my students, and Mr. Beast, maybe with another brilliant preparation for tomorrow. What do you think?
I mean, I'm never going to underestimate him again, but it's not the same, He doesn't have his notebook that he can use against 5UP. So 5UP's also been pretty good. I've been seeing his chess. So that'll be a little bit more difficult without the preparation.
That is true. That is true. So huge day tomorrow for Mr. Beast 5UP, and also obviously the Spanish community facing Crockies, and Rubius' opponent is Pons. That is going to be the show for tomorrow. A reminder that we have obviously all the initiatives that we have been mentioning, our charity initiative, our sponsor, shout out to Coinbase and Eternal. And you guys will be left in good hands tomorrow with a different team of casters. I believe, Andrea, you and me will be back in the future, but not for tomorrow. We have a rotating squad, and we cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow for the show.
Awesome new faces coming tomorrow, and looking forward to commentating with you, Anna. It's always a lovely time. Thank you again.
Likewise, Andrea. And I still can't believe how this last match was going to go on forever for the entertainment of all of us. It's all about the content. I'm sure there was no agreement. This has been an epic battle, and Mr. Beast outplaying Ludwig, being the underdog, but outplaying him in the very first game. And then Ludwig felt like he couldn't crack him. He couldn't get to this man. He couldn't defeat Jimmy.
Anna, thank you for the perfect summary. And chat, we'll see you guys next time.
See you guys tomorrow.